What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2. I got some news, very important before we start the show. We got a great episode today, but I know a lot of you guys have been asking me how you can get tickets to the special. All 4 shows sold out. Well, we spoke to the production company. We asked them to move around some gear and possibly create some more space for people, and they accommodated. So we've added more seats to every single show. They will go up today as you're listening to this right now. I think at 9 a.m. they go on sale. TheAndrewSchultz.com. Go get them as soon as you can. I think there might be like 80 seats a show or something like that. Go get them ASAP. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell the world. Thank y'all so much for selling out these shows, man. We're doing everything they can to make sure every single one of you guys is able to get there. So go do that and spread the word. Thank you so much. Now let's start the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2. Schultz here. Akash in the building. Alex Media. We have Ed in Turkey. And we have some hyenas with us, fellas.
Yeah. Yes.
We have the history hyenas. Yannis Pappas. Chrissy D in the building. Chrissy fresh off of a podcast. What do we call it when we go to the West Coast and just kind of indulge in the podcast run?
I was on a podcast blitzkrieg.
You were on a podcast blitzkrieg.
Which is a German term.
My feed when Chris goes West Coast to do the podcast is, you know, when a Tasmanian devil, that's what my Instagram feed. It's just like you on Theo, like I got warts, and then there was chainsaws, and it was just cutting people's heads off. It was just every fucking wild story of your childhood, where your father was clearly not around at all.
I just let those, when I go out there, I just let stories rip. Reality is a suggestion. When I go out there. I just think of shit to say before. And there's people that are like, hey, that story had a different ending last time. And I'm like, well, it's what it is. It's a different fucking reality, guy. That was 2019. Now it's 2020.
Bro, it's
what do you want me to tell you?
Fun. You're swinging for the fences, dude.
No.
12th round.
When I go into those LA podcasts,
championship rounds,
I literally go in there and I take deep breaths, like literally like I was playing ball. Like Brian, when I went there, Brian Callen and Brendan were like, we're going to start. I was like, let me just go to the bathroom. I said I had to pee, which I did, but I did 10 deep breaths, hit my chest, and then I just go in there.
I got warts!
And then I'm just ready to go. And whatever it is, sometimes I'm hyper gay, sometimes I'm hyper straight. I just don't know, but I am fucking swinging for those fences.
You're like a method actor. So you feel it in the moment and you just run with it.
But how else am I supposed to sell tickets out here?
Yeah. Chrissy, you are, I think, the best podcast guest right now.
I appreciate that.
I really think it, dude.
Yeah.
I was. Who was I talking to? Was it you that I was talking to? Maybe it was Mark and Alex or something like that. But it was just like you swing for the fucking fences. It's no holds barred approach. You don't care what anybody thinks about you.
I couldn't give a fuck at all. I mean, that's why even with your podcast isn't the same thing. It's like you come in here and you better have shit to say. Like I just went.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I just went.
Chris watched The Death before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He literally texts me. Yeah, I'm just watching this guy die. I'll be about 30 minutes.
I tell you what, this story gonna end the same.
Yeah.
Either way, reality and podcast.
Yeah.
There is one ending.
It doesn't get any more 2020 than when you're visiting someone who's on their deathbed and then you're like, I gotta go, I gotta do a podcast.
I was like, I gotta go. Yeah, I was with Kunal Aurora was also in there, and I was like, I gotta go do a podcast with the better version of you. I was like, listen, I gotta go you to Kunal 2.0. And I said, but yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, you know, every time he would stop talking or he would like go to like, you know, like literally like spit up blood, I would just check my phone. And it's just, you know, I'm sorry to do that, but it's just a symptom of 2020 reality. I mean, I love that guy. You know,
we got fucking tickets to sell. I mean, the kid's dying, so it's like you got to leave some people behind.
He ain't buying a ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, he's punching his.
If you're out in the bush and, you know.
It's true. It's a good
if you're out in the bush and a kid goes down, I mean, you assess whether he can be saved. And if not, you got to make it all the way to Brooklyn to do the podcast.
Yeah, so
you can't slow down. You got a time. We got to be here.
Yeah.
Schultz Studios. Take your socks and shoes off. Let's get Asian.
Yannis Pappas.
Yeah, it's an Asian. I can't believe you don't have guest flips yet.
They're coming. We have the fashion flops coming, and it's going to be, you guys will be the first person, the first people to get a pair.
As long as they don't have your face on it, like Mao, I'll be happy. Like that'll be wild if you give us flip flops and it's just his face on it.
Wait a minute, which Mao?
Mao.
Yeah,
he put his face on it.
He probably did.
I imagine because it was the most relatable face.
I just feel like if
you think maybe
you think that other Asians put it on, like I could see myself in this.
I think he put it on his face.
I
and everyone
thought
was
it
just
was
like
them.
Yeah. He probably just, it's Mao, but it could be any older Asian guy on my flips.
Yeah.
How the fuck? It was hard enough to tell Asians apart before. Now with the coronavirus mask, how do you even know?
Yeah.
You can't tell me you can notice who your mother or father is if it's just the eyes and the mask.
No, you can't.
There's no way. You got to give me a little bit of lip or the bottom of their nose. That's the only thing that's a little different about them.
Right.
Sometimes Asians got different lips, but the fucking top of the heads is all the same.
Yeah.
So if you want to commit a crime and you're Asian right now, I would say now's the time. There's no way the FBI can find you if they got those masks on.
Absolutely.
I'm not being a
They've
dick.
been wearing those masks for a long time. They've been wearing those masks before Corona, so it's like, what did they know? You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been wearing those masks for a long time.
Or does it work? Clearly, it doesn't work.
No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Corona masks?
That's
I
a
don't
good
think
point.
it works.
Are you fucking kidding me? The masks are made in China. They're fucking dipping the masks in Corona
to spread it around.
100%. That's something that was made in a lab, dude. So that's not from eating bats. Those fucking people eat things way more
Do you not
disgusting than
fucking
bats.
read
You see their
Breitbart, bro?
feet?
What fucking news are you reading? We're on the real shit.
Dude, have you ever seen
Breitbart.com.
Yo, actually, I was thinking about that because the disease only kills old people as of now, right?
Right.
And who has the oldest people?
Chinese.
China.
Yeah.
And these people will not die.
Right.
They have a problem. They got
They
too
have
many
an
old
actual
people.
problem.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to get rid of people with this
100%.
I
coronavirus.
personally think that they because it under a microscope it looks the same as HIV. That's what they say. So therefore, it had to have been made, right? That's something. The nature doesn't do that. Man does that. Man sees something that kills, and then. So I'm not saying that they actually meant to do that, but they somehow made that in a lab, and then it got out in Wuhan, Clan. I don't know how it got out, but it got out.
Yeah.
And now it's causing problems. But
I can't fucking take seriously you talking science with Where's Waldo socks on.
because I got. Let me tell you something.
You got candy cane
I
socks
got
on?
Lululemon pants on, guy.
Yeah.
And it's just
I can't look.
I got Lulus on.
If can we put something over his socks like a fucking? Does anyone have a washcloth we can drape over him?
Yeah,
because I can't concentrate looking at his fucking Where's Waldo socks.
Son, I got Lulus on. And
Did you say son because you're here at Schulz Studios?
That's what I do.
It's the first time I've ever heard you say son.
Giannis,
If you tell me to pull up, I'm out of here.
Yeah, you got to morph. Listen.
I'm like, Schulz, can I come
Yeah.
through? He goes, pull up.
Yeah.
I said, I'm sorry I didn't phrase that right, Schulz.
Anytime when you call me for the next week, I'm just going to say, talk to me.
Yeah, talk to me.
Is that what I do?
Yeah,
You
you
go say,
pick up, you
talk
go,
to me.
talk to me.
I don't say that.
Talk
You
to me.
start
You do.
conversations with talk to me or what
The
happened?
main one though
Yeah.
is there's a world where there's a world where in you?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got them all. Yeah.
Son,
Yeah.
I
there's
want
a
to be in all
world
shows.
where-
These different
Yeah.
worlds.
Yo, I got insecure about that because someone told me that I say that a
Probably
lot.
me.
So it was probably you. Maybe my girl said it. But basically, a lot of
Probably
people.
everybody you know.
They had an inside joke. Everybody was having an inside joke. So I've been trying to like rephrase that. And I'll be like, "There's a situation where
There's a situation in which
There's a world where.
yo, there's a world where it's good, man. We gotta talk about the world." Yanni P, bro. So tell us, there's something that's very important. If any of you guys follow Giannis on Twitter, man, we gotta support his special, man, because he's been
Because
going
it's not
through,
doing great.
No, he's been going through some things.
Because
bro.
you're a fucking tough hang guy.
He's been going
It's because you come out too hard. You get too serious with your comedy. We're fucking around.
bro.
This guy's making me think too much.
What did you say when you came in today? What was it?
I don't remember. I was in a blackout. What'd I say?
I don't know, but it was something super heavy. What was it? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I personally love it.
Yeah.
I love the heavy stuff
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's part of who I am.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're coming from the woods. You were looking at horses this morning.
Yeah. What did I say when I came in here?
And you came in heavy, right?
Yeah, what'd I say?
Chris
Well, he's
literally came from a dead body.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was
He
like,
comes in light. Yeah.
lighter than
very
air.
light,
Yeah.
light as a feather.
Well, look here.
this
Well,
guy.
I'll tell you right now. This is what I deal with on an everyday. I've coined a character called Yanni Long Days, and it's just you got to deal with stuff like this every once in a while.
right.
Listen, this is 3:00 in the morning. Actors, stop boasting about your virtue. You're getting so over being rich and famous for a job a child can do. For a job a child can often does. He always has spelling mistakes.
Yeah.
Smart
Tweet.
criminals know to lay low after a robbery and not bring attention to themselves. Shut the fuck up like Keanu,
Yeah.
or we'll start to figure out the hustle.
Son,
You're
Twitter
like-
got to bring back the character
Yes.
limit.
Yeah.
This shit
Yeah.
is got
Then he
fat
says-
on it, yo.
Then he says, or else your jobs will go to criminals that make license plates and drunks, like in Shakespeare's day.
Yeah.
Is that right? Criminals used to be the ones that did the
Drunks.
acting?
They would give them to drunks. Like, they'd throw like, hey, you want to make a couple pence? They'd star in this Shakespeare. Shakespeare was famous and nobody knew who the actors were. The tweet is basically saying like,
We know
hey,
what it's basically saying.
Yeah, you get it.
You just took 4 minutes to read the fucking
dude,
thing, yo.
you know what
The
my
whole point of Twitter is to basically say it in the first place.
You know what's the best part about Rome? One of the good parts about Roman culture that we figured out, or we discovered once. So they used to, if you were a criminal, right? Back, you committed a crime, you were fucking by jury or peers, whatever, they would you would get to act in a play, like a stage play that the emperor would go to. And if there was a scene where you got killed in the show, they'd kill you for real. That's how you died. That was your death sentence. You would get killed on stage in front of everybody for the art. Fucking
like
wild.
comic standing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Just get beheaded. You would get eaten by a lion.
That's what's next. I mean, we're heading there.
That's real.
What's next.
That's a real
But
thing.
why would you agree to do it?
Well, you have no choice. You're in jail. That's what you have. It's the only way.
I'll just stay in jail. You kill me in jail. You're not going to kill me in front of the whole city.
I think that they would just do it because they had respect. I don't know. They would. I don't know. It's just a thing that we read, that we discovered. We are
Maybe like
Wikipedia
one
sluts.
guy did it.
Hey,
Maybe
one guy's
guy.
good enough for me. For my stories, for Chrissy's world, it's good enough that the whole people did it for thousands of
When
years.
Chrissy tells a story, you just it could be, could not. You just got to whatever.
Reality is a suggestion.
It's a suggestion. You never know.
Okay. Have either of you guys been to Portland?
Yes.
Oregon. Not me.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were in Portland doing shows this past weekend, and I have never experienced ruder people in my entire life. I was absolutely baffled. We went to this place called Pine State Biscuits, Al?
Is that the one that all Lesbos own?
They're all Lesbos.
Yeah, because there's one that's all fucking Lesbos.
They're all Lesbos.
Yeah.
And we go in there, and there wasn't really a seating area. There was like a kind of like some bar stools or some shit. But I wanted to like sit down. I wanted to like have like service. You know, no,
it's Voodoo Donuts.
I go up to the girl. I go, who's at the counter? And I go, hey, just out of curiosity, can you recommend like a diner or something around here? We just want to have like some like, seated table service, something like that. And she goes, do you have a smartphone? I go, yeah. She goes, you might want to try typing that in it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yo. Wow.
I could not dude. I wanted to grab her by the back of her skull and just slam her forehead, to the
Purple-headed head.
Dude, into the fucking counter, dude. I could not. It was so much so. You know how, like, as a comic, you expect yourself to have a witty retort?
Yeah.
It was
You were flabbergasted.
I was flabbergasted. What did I say, Al? I go, did that just happen? Like,
I started laughing like halfway into her statement because I know where it was going. I was like, I can't believe she's saying this shit.
When she said, do you have a smartphone? I thought there was an app for good places to eat in Portland that she was going to recommend.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I do. Like, I took the bait.
Took the
like
bait,
like an idiot. I took this bait. Yeah, I do. And then just type that into your smartphone and then fucking walked away.
Do you think she recognized
The
you,
walk
maybe?
away bothers me because then
She didn't sit in it.
yeah, at least I can have a chance at a witty retort if you sit in it.
I had
or tell
nothing.
you fuck you.
I had fucking nothing.
What a bit. They're all like that.
Dude, it was unbelievable.
It's because you didn't bring your sword. You didn't expect for a duel to happen.
I didn't.
You were just asking for a place.
It started on the way. I'm on the flight over there. The flight attendant goes, we have two options. We have oatmeal or a Creole omelet. I go, what's in the Creole omelet? She goes, eggs. Is there something about my face where people think they could be rude to me? I'm like,
There's a lot about your face.
Yeah.
is that it?
If Al asked that question,
believe it.
Al asked that question, totally different
Here's the thing I
response.
realized while I'm out there is that Portland is white people without God or without religion. White
That's
people
a dangerous
need,
white person.
Talk
That's
to
a
me.
dangerous
Talk
white
to me.
person.
Because go.
They just need something to check you.
We need a check
Yes.
or a fucking balance,
Yes.
dude. And when I mean
I
religion,
don't know if you
it could
guys
be
heard
like
about the Crusades, but they had a god and they did some.
Shut
they
the
left
fuck
some
up,
boo
dog.
boos.
Come on. Talking about some shit from 400 years ago.
Yeah.
dude, that's what everybody did.
I mean,
back
the
then.
Catholic Church
Everybody
did- they
killed
did a
each other
few
back in the day.
boo-boos.
Do you know what I mean? A couple, but they did way more good than bad. They molested a few kids. They fed like the whole world.
Couple
Let's really
100,000.
think about
It's
it.
true,
Would
yeah.
you trade those kids for the millions of people they fed?
It's
Billions.
charity fuel.
Billions of
Yeah.
people they fed.
Yeah, that's
Thanks, Chris.
I'm a Catholic. Listen, I've taken
Yeah.
a few off the fucking nose. You know that.
It's charity
and
gasoline.
I don't mind it.
Yeah,
Say again?
It's what fuels charity.
It's what fuels charity
little
is the
boys.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask Epstein's, ask all that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's true. It's true.
Point is,
Yeah. That's science.
Chris is so Catholic, he got molested by friends.
By friends, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
By other
Brothers.
Catholics.
Catholics though.
Yeah, bro, I got tattoos all over my back. Yeah, and I'll still go to church or support it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
just indoctrinated in you.
I respect like Catholics the way they can sort of create a safe place for themselves.
Right.
Like they can push down the truth and live in a place.
Yeah.
Well, why do they have to be perfect? That's what I don't understand. Like, why does don't people sin? Isn't it baked into religion that people fuck up? It doesn't have to be the Catholicism that's wrong. It has to be the people that touch the kids that are wrong.
Yeah, but that's the whole method that the priests use to win your confidence. Like you sin.
No, they're molesters that go, what should I do so I can take advantage of kids? Oh, be a priest. That works.
Exactly.
Right?
It's like a cover for pedophiles.
It is.
Yes.
I think the whole thing is
What can you do?
is an elaborate.
Not the whole thing.
I think the whole thing is an elaborate operation.
What about
for
the
pedophilia.
art?
I mean, look at
What about CYO basketball?
If you were to build
CYO.
Fucking, I never got molested by CYO. I had a coach, Billy
how do you attract
Beisdorf. He was a
kids?
good guy.
What do you mean?
You attract kids. You do basketball leagues. You do schools.
No, every
You call
religion
me
taps
father.
into the kids
Who's-
because the kids are the most
call me
malleable.
father.
You call me father.
You call me father is funny.
Who's
Well, you don't fuck your dad.
no, but whose authority can you never question? Whose authority would a family
Jesus.
never question? Someone you call father who talks to Jesus. And leave your son with me. We're gonna put him in school.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach him. And then
Yeah.
he's gonna be with me. He's under my guidance, my
Yeah.
tutelage.
Right.
How do you think they were able to get away with it for so long? It only came to light.
You know
like
this is
2
a
years
comedy
ago.
podcast, right? What the fuck is this?
I mean, but it's like that's what they've been doing.
This guy's explaining molestation to us
God,
on a
welcome to
grand
my
level.
fucking life.
On a
Welcome to
macro
Chris's
One
level.
time I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought I was going to have a fucking great day. And he had a tweet that said that the wheels of history are greased with blood. And I was like, what?
They are.
Yeah, you say this shit like no one knows it.
And then it was
the rest of us
6:30 in the morning. And I'm
compartmentalize
like,
it and move
oh,
on.
Yanni
Giannis.
Long days.
I'm telling you, the purpose
Yanni
of the
Long
Catholic
days.
Church is to molest kids.
Giannis.
It's a cover for
the
it.
buildings.
Yeah. Gargoyles.
The
Evil
gargoyles.
buildings. Yes.
But what about the buildings? What about the churches? What about
Vatican?
the cathedrals?
Most
The
beautiful thing I've
Vaticans?
seen in my
If
life.
kids don't care about art, kids don't care about marble, kids don't care about sculpture.
That is in their dark souls. The architecture is a manifestation of the dark Lord
See,
that
now I
runs
feel
that
like
place.
you're doing the thing that you're saying they're doing. You're creating this place just for them. You got to admit, there's a few
Look,
good
dude,
Catholics.
I'll be
You're
honest
telling
with
me
you.
that
Is
you're
Chris a molester?
Look, I got Catholic tattoos
He's
all
a
over my body.
Catholic.
I got scripture all over my body. And I'll fucking be 100% transparent on right now.
Yeah.
All I had mostly great experiences being an altar boy, playing CYO, going to church, growing up in a Catholic family. There was a couple of instances where I told you I would go ask Father Bill. Father Bill asked me to get his cloak from the upstairs part of the church, and I blacked out.
Yeah.
So that I don't know necessarily what happened, but it was a blackout. But I'm telling you, even me going through that, and I did
But
get.
that's even charitable that they make you black out and forget about it. Like most molesters, you got to carry that shit for the rest of your life. You don't remember anything.
I don't remember it was a blackout, but I won't have my daughter in Catholic stuff, and my
Nobody
mom's
touches the
pissed.
girls.
Yeah, girls
That's
are
true.
good
Nobody
money,
touches
yo.
girls. I do
Yeah.
think my daughter's a lesbian, though. That's another thing, though. But
Why
I
is
guess,
that?
I don't know. She just acts a little gay, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
What
fine.
does
I
she
don't
do?
mind at all. She's just, I don't know. She just scissors the other
Yeah.
kids. No, I'm kidding. No, we just, I don't
Maybe
know.
she like had one of your podcasts on in the background, and she was like, "Men are disgusting."
Men are
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
No, I don't think my kids.
There's no
gay.
way
Even
your
if she
kids-
was.
she's
Even
not
if she
gonna-
was gay, I don't care. I
She's
actually
going to be
don't care.
sexual. You're sexual. She's going to be sexual.
I don't care if my child is gay at all, and I actually don't care if they're trans.
As long as she votes to the right.
She's going to the right. I mean, she already knows because she's
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. She already knows we're going to be Puerto Rican on college applications, white on job applications. That's how that's going to work. When we're 50-50,
Yeah.
100%, that's
Yeah.
not going to change. I know it's going to
Elizabeth Warren it.
Yeah, it's not going to change. That's, by the way, we should have did when that Portland lady
What?
said, use your smartphone. You should have just said Trump 2020. You should have said that right
Yeah,
to her
you're
face.
right.
She would have
You're
fucking
fucking right.
imploded.
I didn't have that.
You should
I
have just
didn't
said,
have that in
listen,
the
bitch, you
bag.
got your
didn't have that
smartphone
bag.
4 more years.
Are those your
Look
Keep
at the
America
pulse.
Great socks?
What?
Is that what they are?
These socks?
Yeah,
MAGA
is that
socks?
These
Keep America
are,
Great,
these
bro?
are, these are laundry day socks. I don't know why I put these puppies on.
There's this thing that happens to us, and I don't know what the fuck it is, but we need some sort of like purpose, because otherwise you just go like this. You go, well, why should I be nice to this person if life is pointless?
Yeah.
You need some sort of drive and force. At least in Seattle, where they're like real hippies, you have to be nice as part of that hippie culture.
Yeah.
You have to treat someone with decency,
Right.
and they buy into it. Portland, they're not hippies.
They're also
they just
fearless.
don't care.
People who are religious fear God.
People
White
like that, if
people
they're
who
nothing-
have no God
Bruh.
fear nothing except black people, and that's where Al comes in handy. You got to ask all the questions in Portland.
Yo, but
they'll
that's the
suck your
thing.
dick if you tell them. to.
They were super nice to Al.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Super nice to him. They feel bad. We were having this other conversation too while we're out there, right? Because I'm really trying to understand what the fuck Portland was. And you know how like there's this like alt-right bastion of like alt-rightness in like
Yeah, because it's surrounding
Oregon.
Yeah,
right?
that
It's not in Portland,
but it's like right in Oregon is very red.
very red.
Yeah, like
right?
Mount
like
Hood and all that.
KKK, all that kind of shit. And I can objectively say this as a white guy. I objectively say this: those are not the best whites
No,
exist there.
they
They're
do
like-
make better audience members than people in Portland, though. I will say they'll laugh more at your jokes. They're
I-
not good people.
Can I tell you something?
But you'll crush in front of them.
Can I tell you something? Audiences were amazing.
In Portland.
Amazing. And this is always how it is. The more annoying a city, the better the people
because
that come out.
you are catharsis for them.
They fucking
you are
need it.
saying the
'cause you
thing
got
they
people-
need
yeah,
to hear.
Yes, because nobody's saying it, and then we go there and we say it. They're like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Somebody fucking understands. So they were incredible. There's nothing about the people that came out, but there's something about the people there, right? They're like, these white people are like, oh, we're white supremacists or some shit like that. They're like 140 pounds. There's way better whites out there in the world. We know this for a fact.
Sure.
People from the fucking Netherlands, 6'6", fucking white behemoth.
The best whites, yeah.
The best whites, probably, right?
I would say Norwegians or Swedes are the best.
No, not Swedes. Swedes are weak. They're a little beta, but Norwegians, or have you seen a fucking Dutch speed skater body?
They're good bodies.
Have you seen that body?
No, but I'm curious.
Yeah, no.
Dude, please
When
get
have you
this
been
up.
checking out? Where do you check out speed skating Norwegians?
Winter Olympics, not Norwegians.
Oh, sorry.
Dutch. Go Dutch.
I don't get specific
speed
with my
skating.
fucking Scandinavians like that.
I mean,
Not Scandinavian,
you
that's
can't
European,
really
my
say
brother.
it.
Norway, Scandinavia.
Germans are still the best whites,
Look
though.
at these. Look, no, that's
Oh
a
my God,
female.
look at that girl.
That's a
Whoa.
female. Go to
Wow, look
male.
at that. Holy shit.
That's a white ass.
That's a
That's
white
a white
ass.
ass, Chris.
It's a white fucking muscle
Go
ass.
to male. Go to male. Speed.
Yeah,
Look at
forget
the
these hot
thighs on
fucking
these
Dutch
men.
women. I want to see a nice, just Dutch cock.
that is a nice butt.
So we're figuring this out, right?
Okay.
Okay, we're in Portland and we're having this discussion. I'm like, why the fuck? Right? You see all the most racist whites,
Sure.
right? The most racist whites are not white supremacists.
Right.
The most progressive whites are actually white supremacists.
Of course.
I'll make this point,
I
right?
got you.
Yeah.
So
I got
because
you.
think about it, the most racist whites don't feel like they're supreme. They're fearful. The Mexicans are going to steal our jobs. The black guys are going to fuck our women or take all our, basketball fucking positions, et cetera, like that. They're fearful of minorities. They're afraid because they don't believe they're supreme. Those Norwegians, they're like, yeah, welcome. Come to our country. Black people aren't going to learn how to ski. Hey, Muslims, come to our country. We don't fucking care. We don't think you're a threat. Because the progressive whites really believe they're better.
And
they
progressive
shroud that
American
shit.
whites,
Yeah.
progressive American whites, not only do they not see you as a threat, they pity you.
They pity
and
you,
that's why I fucking
course.
hate them. Don't pity me. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Because you want the smoke. You want to
Yo,
go.
let's
You want to go
bro.
toe to toe.
I'm better. I have to prove it to you
on
now.
some-
And if you're giving me the win, fuck you.
And that's bullshit. So on
Yeah.
some level, when you look at those racist Southern hillbilly whites, you actually have to look at them like, no, they actually see. If you're a non-white person, you got to be like, whoa, they actually see me as better.
Yeah.
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to compete with you.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But the people who, it's like if I'm playing basketball with somebody and I'm not good, but I'm much better than I look like I would be. If you just let me, if you're not playing actual defense, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not some fucking charity
pity me.
case.
I'm just fucking.
Are you just laughing at the idea of him playing?
No, I just
basketball?
had this image of this bunch of white racists chasing a black guy, and the black guy going I'm so flattered. These guys are so fucking into me.
Oh, yeah, no, I
But
know.
now you
Mexicans
get to
get chased
prove.
out of the country. You just look over. Thank you.
Here's the
On
beauty
some
of
level,
they
you got
respect
to.
me. Yeah.
You got to though.
Yeah.
the beauty of that scenario, Giannis, is now as a black dude, you get to prove how fast you are.
Yes.
true.
Watch
That's
you
why
not
they
catch
grabbed him
me.
with the truck. They know they're not going to win a foot race with the black guy.
That's a compliment. You got to get in your truck to catch me, yo.
Yeah, I think we just have white people who they recently found out that white people are the only people on the planet that have 2 to 5% Neanderthal DNA. This is just a fact. Maybe we're just evil. Maybe we just have a vitamin D deficiency.
It's an easy sell.
You
Yeah,
were,
there we
It's
go.
an easy sell.
So you weren't here for this. You weren't here for this, Chrissy, but we were having this conversation before. The three of us, and we were talking about why America, why we're such savages here. Right. And it's not just whites. It's just we're all fucking savages here in America. And we chalked it up to people that wanted opportunity or whatever it is. Right. But it's not that. We're a country of fucking sociopaths. We're a country of people, my mother included, left her entire family, the only people that loved her in Scotland, to never see again unless she flew them in. She was totally fine not seeing her mom ever again. That's a sociopathic mentality. Yeah. We have an entire country of these people. And that's why socialism or communism doesn't make sense, because when Europeans go, well, don't you want to take care of them? And it's like, I don't even want to take care of my mom.
Yeah, I don't even care about them.
I care about nobody.
Yeah, and that's why all the psychosis and the craziest shit is here. Well, it's here, but it's in Los Angeles specifically because then even a smaller microcosm is the craziest ones of those Americans go to Los Angeles, and then they create, and then they run the media. So now you think that there's all these problems when it's like all those people want is to fucking fuck your children and suck your blood.
Giannis said the same
You just
thing.
got to be careful because you're flirting with the line there.
What was he flirting with?
Flirting
I
with the
missed
line.
it.
He goes, they're running the media, and just coming from that face in Ridgewood, you're just going like, all right, just let's
because of Jews?
Yeah, let's just take it. You were on a rope like this. I just saw you like this. No, I saw a wind gust come and it went like this, but you stayed up.
I stayed up. Yeah, no, I'm doing better because my friend is dying.
You know what? You know what's funny about German kids in Ridgewood? We were talking about this because
Is Chris German now?
Yeah, he's
I'm German.
Chris is German.
I'm German for the bit,
bro.
Reality's a suggestion.
Chris's character heel.
Remember when he said he's okay with his
good?
Remember when he said he's okay with this girl being gay? Reality's a suggestion.
Yeah.
These are all just.
He'll be whatever you want, but the truth is he's mostly
is
German from a German neighborhood, Ridgewood.
That's
Ridgewood's
Ancestry.com.
Yeah, he's mostly German. And Ridgewood is a traditionally mostly German neighborhood.
You believe this shit?
Oh, I know it for a fact.
The Italian sitcom fails, and he's got to find a new identity. Okay, so now he's the German wild guy that says the crazy shit. This guy's genius. He's a fucking sociopath.
He's not,
like the rest of us. Don't believe it.
He's not a real person.
Keep moving.
He's whatever
keep
you want.
moving.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving.
He's here for the pleasure of everybody, and whatever you need, he will provide you with
Whatever you
fun
want, babe.
and good. Whatever you need.
Yeah,
babe.
I don't care. When I go home, I fucking unzip my skin.
It's what
and
it
I
is.
just step out into something you've never seen before.
But here's the funny thing about Germans. Here's the funny thing about Germans.
Alex will get kissed on the lips.
The ones that were
There we go.
Reality suggestions.
There we go.
You too, Ed. Fuck it. If you can prove you have a passport.
But think like this. The
I only kiss U.S. citizens.
The fucking Germans.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the German point out for
To your
fucking
point.
10 minutes.
To your point.
Chrissy just
He was trying to kiss everyone on the lips.
Anytime Giannis just
Every
says something,
second.
I just steamroll over with the gay.
I approve of this method. He's getting two history hyenas on us.
Let's take a break for a second and let y'all know about some shows that we got coming up. You know, obviously those tickets are available for the special. We just added those seats or made those seats available. So make sure you go get those, theandrewschultz.com. Orlando, we'll see you this weekend. The shows are sold out. Thank y'all so much. After that, Richmond, Virginia, those tickets are sold out, but you can come to Virginia Beach. I think we still got a few tickets left in the Virginia Beach show. Charlotte, North Carolina, which will be that following Sunday. That we still have a few tickets left for that. Go get those. Then New Jersey, Stress Factory sold out. Minneapolis, we had a second show, some tickets available for that. Milwaukee, we got tickets available for that show as well. And so do we have tickets available for Tucson. And Tucson will be the last show that I do before the special, theandrewschultz.com for all these. Spread the word, spread the flagrancy. Come on out and enjoy your damn selves. Akash, what you got, man?
March 12th through 14th, that's this week, I'm going to be in Montreal. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come through. Let's pack that bitch out. I want to destroy all the Canadian markets. I know there's mad Indians there. Montreal, come through. Let's do it. The day before that, I'm doing a college gig in Canton, New York at St. Lawrence University.
Hey.
Every time I do a college gig, there's always some assholes that hit me up that's like, hey, I live there. If I'd have known, I'd have come. Message me if you hear this. I'll get you in. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Also, March 27th, I'm going to be in the Den Theater in Chicago. Let's come through. Let's sell that bitch out. And May 7th, Vancouver, I'm coming. Every Punjabi and Surrey better be in that bitch.
Let's go.
Selling it out. Theaters. Let's sell this theater out, yo.
Guys, very important. If you're selling anything online, okay, you have an online store, you're getting rid of sneakers, you're getting rid of clothing, you're doing anything with regularity while you're selling online, and a lot of people are using eBay, you're using Craigslist, you're using all these other apps, whatever. If you need to organize your shipping, you have to use ShipStation.com. It's very simple. Okay, it's the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to ship your orders. Just a few clicks, and you'll be managing your orders, printing out labels, and getting your product out fast to keep your customers happy. ShipStation makes it easy. Okay, turn this side hustle into a business. Okay, you have to manage the content you have. I don't care if that content is a pair of clothing. I don't care if it's sunglasses you make, socks you make, whatever you are selling. Manage it efficiently, know where it's going, know when it gets there, and you can do all this with ShipStation. Simple as that. Helps you get orders out quickly. You save money on shipping costs and keep your customers happy. No matter what you're selling, doesn't matter. Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, making them truly easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone. ShipStation works with all the major carriers, USPS, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon Fulfillment. So you can compare and choose the best shipping solution for you and your customer. They even offer big discounts on shipping costs. Now, any business can access the same postage discounts that are usually reserved for large Fortune 500 companies. Take that in. These Fortune 500 companies that are sending out tons of merchandise, they get discounted rates on postage. With ShipStation, you get that. You're always going to know that you're going to get the best deal. ShipStation is the #1 choice for online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. Need I say more? Simply, if this applies to you, use it, save some money. That's all we're trying to do is help you save a little bit of money. And right now, you can try ShipStation for free. That's right. That saves you even more money when you get to try something for free for 60 days when you use the offer code Flagrant. Okay? Think about that. ShipStation.com. Use the offer code Flagrant. You will try it for free for 60 days. If it works, you keep using it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. They're so confident it's going to work that you're going to save money that they're willing to give it to you for 2 months. Simple as that. If this can help or affect your life in any way, go get those 60 days for free and tell us how much you enjoyed it. Let's get back to the show.
Go.
Okay, go ahead. What's your
What is it
point?
about the German?
What's your
This
point?
is what's funny to me
You
about the
fucking old
Germans.
man bore.
The Germans, like the German. What do you call? What do you
Took
call
the
it?
Amtrak here. He's been thinking about this all day. Just let him get the fucking point out.
You hear that? He goes, what do you call me? What do you call me? Couldn't hear
I
it.
can't hear it. What is that? What did you say, Sonny?
Go.
sorry, I can't hear.
Go. The Germans.
So Germans like
How many times has he said German?
Because
somebody count how many Germans Giannis
Let's get a
has
German count on the
Yeah,
German. Go ahead, Germans.
Just ding on the video. Ding.
Germans like there was a big Nazi rally here
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Madison
Yeah.
Square Garden. How many
What was
people
it like?
Whatever Madison Square Garden holds,
It was
18,000.
like 18,
Yeah, yeah.
20
Talk
thousand.
about this?
They sold out the
Before the
garden.
podcast.
Oh, we
they
did.
sold out the garden. Sold
Yeah.
out the fucking garden. And then
So wait, I don't understand.
When is this?
this
Did
was
you
like
get tickets for this?
No,
Or-
no,
this is
30s.
this is in the 30s.
Oh,
1930s,
when,
yeah.
So the question still stands.
And then
Yeah.
You guys, look, I'm only, what am I, 9 years older than you guys? When you guys are my age, you're going to look like shit. Both of you are going to look like shit.
Yeah, you didn't say all of
I
you.
look fucking good. You're going to look good.
I'm gonna look fantastic.
Yeah, we got a
No
little
testosterone, baby. 35.
Yeah, the
35,
Northern
nice.
Europeans, you guys
It's an Indian
fall
35.
apart after 40.
Me?
Oh, yeah, you're Scottish. You're fucking done.
But I say son.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
And you're skinny kid.
Yeah, but Northern
blow out.
Europeans,
You know what I
I mean, your veins start
You
to
can
show.
actually get away with using sun because we would be like, maybe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I mean,
old
I'm
enough.
for fucking 44. I'm a cute fucking kid.
You really are.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm like
Good
I'm
kid.
aging like a black
And
kid.
you got a Tesla now.
And I'm about to get
You got
one,
that
yeah.
test?
No, I haven't got it yet.
Ah.
So here's my point that's funny about Germans. They didn't
yeah.
like they didn't I'm not letting it go. I want it, dude. I want it.
He's
I'm
relentless.
fucking fighting for this
I
one.
can tell, dude. Let's go.
They didn't learn
Son,
anything.
he's been trying to get this out since before the podcast.
They didn't
brought
learn
this up?
anything.
Wait. Okay, just start over.
Yeah.
Go.
So
okay,
the
what happened?
Germans were like Nazis. Like
Right.
they all supported
What a
them.
surprise.
Not word. Hold on. We are.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's my point.
That's what you were waiting to fucking tell us. That's what you were waiting 30 minutes to say that Germans were
Every
like
single
Nazis.
one of them
What else?
is a fucking secret Nazi because they never learned
Jesus,
anything and said
Catholics
like,
are all molesters.
you know when like,
crazy.
you know when
They're
you
all
get
Nazis.
caught, you know like when
Yeah, yeah.
Louis C.K. got
Are
caught,
Greeks all gay?
huh? Absolutely, man.
Every single one?
10, 15, 20%, 100%.
Wait, why'd you knock it down to 10,
Because
15,
it's
20?
like we got to reproduce. So nature kept us 75%.
Right.
But anything that's evolved and smart is a
Yeah.
little gay. Let's be honest.
you
Good
suck
point.
dick?
Nobody goes to a fucking neighborhood because like all the jocks are moving there. It's like the lesbians are there. Buy a fucking
That's
house.
actually a good point. I bet you
Yes.
gay men or gay people have higher IQs than straight
100%.
all across the board.
Why?
Exactly.
Because I think it's a more evolved thing. I think
Yeah.
when you start to get evolved, like Giannis was saying, you start to think
start
like,
walking
why
around
can't I
going
just
like-
have sex with everything?
Yeah, you're just
Isn't that
going like,
devolving?
No.
No, I think it's evolving. I think it's evolving because there's more holes.
Well, what's the point of life?
Well, the point of life is to have a fucking cute time
Well,
and to make sure everything matches.
I
Well,
think
that's so Epicurean of you.
I think I think after you, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I've procreated, right? I have a beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
And I've said this before.
And now you've stopped living.
Now I've stopped living, but I think the first 50 years of my life, I'm straight. I'd like to go the last 50 gay.
Why the hell not?
You
Just
would
give it a shot. I
really go
procreated.
gay.
Why
Would
the
you
hell
really
not?
go gay?
Reality is a suggestion.
I don't know. I'll
Have
tell
you
you
ever
this.
hooked up with a tranny?
I've never hooked up with a tranny. My
Never
boy Patty
once.
Fly Balls did. And he,
Just calling out Patty. The Patty I know.
He's a fireman? Yeah, Patty, you know.
Is
Yeah.
he not fuck your mouth?
At Patty McGee. No, it's some other kid. Those are brothers. Yeah.
Hold on. But so never once, no tranny, anything?
I've never hooked up with a tranny. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I've said before that I romantically, I'm physically attracted to women, but emotionally attracted to guys. Like we can have a good conversation. I want to fuck a girl for sure. I've never done anything physically gay, so I don't know that I could ever receive a dick or give a dick in an ass, in a guy's ass.
Mouth.
Mouth, but I could certainly, I think, find myself in a relationship with a guy
Yanni
where
P, that's
we're
all
holding
pets.
hands or we're doing, like I would let a guy nibble on my earlobe, no problem. But I think once it starts to get to sex,
It's too
it
much.
needs to be a vagina, and it needs to be have been born a vagina.
That's not gay, man. I gotta be honest with you. That's really
Yeah,
not
you're
gay at
describing
all.
straight.
You're just describing dudes hanging out
Yeah.
with a little bit of weird stuff.
Yeah.
thing is
you're
because-
describing friendship.
The thing is,
You're describing being African. Just walk around holding hands with your boys and then go fuck a
Well, the
vagina.
thing is,
At the
Don't
end
you
of the
guys
day.
hold pinkies and
Indians
walk?
will hold hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, the thing is, when in Ridgewood, where I grew up, that it was so. I'm always asking Giannis, is this gay? Is that gay? Because like literally, if you did anything that was like, if I would like let you borrow like my basketball shorts,
That's
it'd be
gay.
like, yo, it's fucking gay. My dick was on it. What are you, gay? Or if I was like, yo,
Right.
I got a B+ to like from sucking cock, and it's like, whoa, good
Yeah.
grades is gay.
Good
so that's
grades,
why when
yeah.
I found Giannis, Giannis was like, yo, dude, you can talk about history and you can talk about your feelings. It's not gay. But I came from a neighborhood where it's like, yo, if you're not
And he
doing
wanted
anything,
to try to kiss me, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah, yeah.
no, not
No, you
like
pushed
that.
my head down.
Because he thought he was gay, because he was like, I said, it's okay to like art and like history, and then he just assumed he was gay, and he tried to kiss me, and I was like, no, man, it just
was
means
too much.
you're smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he comes from a neighborhood where like, if it was smart, then that means it's gay.
But even in Greek
Right,
culture, right,
exactly.
where there's a lot of promiscuity amongst men.
My sexual tastes are like a Turkish sultan.
Okay.
Like, I like all levels of woman.
Okay.
So it's like, I'll take a full woman, and then anything that looks like it's getting banged out.
Oh,
Right.
you
If you can pull it off, I'm fooled. Credit to you. Salute.
So you'd have you hooked up with a tranny?
No, but I absolutely fucking would.
but you watch
would?
tranny
A hot
porn.
one.
Hold
I've watched
on.
tranny porn
Hold
too.
on one
Yeah.
second. I don't believe it.
I absolutely
Yeah.
would.
You would
Yeah.
hook up with a tranny.
Yeah, I don't care. What do I care? Yeah, I
Well-
don't know if I do anal. I don't like anal.
Wait,
If you were single,
wait.
you are happily married.
Yeah, I'm happily
You're
married.
happily married, but you're
To
saying
a woman for now.
For now.
you would hook up
She
with a
claims she's a woman.
tranny.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
100%.
I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah.
So dick still attached, just wearing makeup?
I prefer the dick. I
Here's
prefer
why,
it.
Andrew.
What?
We figured out- no, Andrew, we
I
figured
prefer.
out.
I prefer.
Is this
it.
because Maurice's coming back? What is this
No,
about?
but-
Is this
but
a
she is
marketing
back,
ploy?
that's it. No.
What is this about?
Well, okay, so we watched
If
the
it is, it's
documentary.
fucking clever.
We watched a documentary
Yeah.
on this.
Maurice is back.
That's how you get away with doing Marisa. You're like, I'm about it.
No,
I'll even do it.
No, I'm attracted. If I see someone and I'm attracted to them,
Yeah.
right? Like you're attractive.
Yeah.
I,
Do you
it
eat
may
fake
be weird.
fruit when it's on the bowl?
I know,
on
but
the
I'll eat,
table?
I'll eat a Beyond Burger.
But will you
I
eat
love a
fake
Beyond
fruit,
Burger,
like a plastic piece of like pear? Where
No,
you'd be like, that
but I
looks like a
don't- I
pear.
don't
I'm
think
gonna
it's
bite
fake.
into
I
it.
think
Take
it's
a
more
plastic
Beyond Burger.
banana and
Yeah.
shove it into
You
your
got a
throat.
white
It's not plastic.
Dude, you got a white
They're real
BMW.
people. You're calling them not real. To me, they're real people.
No, they're real people.
Some of them are
That's
sexy
real
as
plastic.
fuck.
Say again?
Some of them are sexy as
Who?
fuck.
Who do you like? Who's your fave?
I don't know any fucking name, but I mean, like, have you ever seen her? Like,
Bailey J.
Bailey J's kind of hot.
Yeah, pretty.
She's kind of
I don't
hot.
know who
Yeah,
that
I
is.
mean, she's hot.
Would you take it down?
She's taking estrogen.
Would you throw
She's got
it?
Tits.
Would you throw it?
I don't know if I'd throw it. That gets a little weird. But you're asking me hypotheticals.
Yes.
If I'm in the moment and I'm horned up and like she looks like a woman, I mean, you know, what's the difference?
How can you look like a woman with huge set of cock and balls?
That part looks like a man.
But
I'm not
but
going to
it
argue that
excites-
part.
But you
But
said
it-
you prefer that.
Huh? No, I'm saying if I'm hooking up with a tranny, I would prefer that over a kind of, if I knew it was kind of a created.
Over a perfect pussy?
Right.
No.
Over a literally
It's
perfect
made.
pussy.
That one's kind of like
Made
not a
perfect.
real pussy.
Yeah,
I
but
want
so
a
Go
real
to,
pussy.
so this is Bailey J, who was
can't
born
tell.
a man and it's a
I gotta
woman.
be honest, you
and
can't
then
tell.
go to and then what's the man?
You guys are just fucking lying. You're just
No, you can't tell
No,
that.
no.
Trans.
What's the
I'm
woman?
saying- I'm
What's
saying
the
you
person who
can't
was
tell
born a
she's
woman
trans.
and then became a man? Remember, he's like the jacked guy, but it was born a woman. Buck something.
Yeah, so let me ask you a question. If you had the choice,
Yeah. The guy who Ben Shapiro.
if you
a
had the
little
choice,
thing with.
there's a tons of
Navy
them.
SEAL thing.
That's a trans the
we
other
go.
way.
I don't think
if
you
had the
understand
choice to hook
me.
up with a male to female trans
Yeah.
or a or a female to male trans.
Yeah.
Like Buck Angel. His name's Buck Angel.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
put him
yeah,
up.
we just
Buck
saw.
Angel. Yeah.
Which one would you hook up with if you had
So
to?
this is a woman.
You understand you don't
Of
have
course.
to.
Low key, no. But this is
That's
hypothetical.
part of the conversation,
This is
though.
white boy fun. Let us indulge.
Yeah.
This is a great one. Oh, this is one of my favorite hypotheticals ever. I've never played this one.
Try it.
You're saying would you have to hook up
Have
with
to. You
male
can't
to
say you
female
can't 'cause that kills it.
or female to male?
Because
You
I'm picking
must.
a woman too.
They got,
but
they
you're
got the
asking
penis?
me, huh?
The female.
No,
or the male
everything
to
is
female.
flopped. Everything is flopped.
The woman has a penis. The man, what looks like a man, has a vagina.
Has a
Show him
vagina.
Buck Angel. Are you attracted to this?
This
Show
man
Buck
was
Angel.
born with this is
Not
not
at all.
Aaron
It's a
Berg.
woman.
It looks like
That
Aaron
was
Berg. It's
born a
not Aaron
woman.
Berg.
It's Aaron.
It's fucking Heisenberg.
Now
What
that
are you
was
talking about?
that was a woman. You can't say neither because that's
No,
you
I-
get out of it that way.
So here's the thing.
Now,
So
this
who are you
where-
banging? Her? Or
This
who
is what's tricky. Does
Okay,
he
you
have
go.
a vagina?
he has a vagina.
And the
Post-op.
other
He has
girl's
a
got the
vagina.
cock.
No post.
No, he was born with a vagina. I'm
born
sorry.
with vagina. And
So
Still
we're
has a
keeping
vagina.
parts. Let me just
Yeah.
set the parameters. We're keeping original parts. Everything else has changed.
yeah.
So
Holy shit.
So
that's
here's Bailey
tough.
J. So
We're
that was
just
Buck
people
Angel.
from a time that's going away. Pretty
So
soon,
this is she
there's
has a
just gonna be
penis.
third
she
sex
has
people.
a full cock. Now, here's the thing. This is
she'll get cracked.
this
yeah.
is the thing. There are certain things that I don't like if a girl or a guy has it.
Yeah, a penis is one of them.
Penis is one of them, but also hair,
See, my rules are just not as strict as yours.
feet. So hair is a big no. If there's a chick who was working at the comedy club. Did you notice at Helium, Portland? One of the girls who was taking, or the dudes who was taking pictures after the show, tranny, but had facial hair and everything.
I didn't
Kind of
see it.
portly, egg looking like.
Those
you see what I'm
those
talking-
are invisible to me.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Alex, did you fuck her? Be honest with us. You're like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. Let me see your phone.
That is a really interesting one because I bet most people would rather Bailey J than Buck. What is the guy's
I
name?
know they would. Everyone's lying.
Well, we talked
I'm
about this
sure
on our
everyone's lying.
podcast. I said I'd rather fuck Buck
Everyone's
Angel.
just lying.
Why?
Because for me,
It looks like a guy.
I'm supportive of it all. Yeah, for me,
That's what you want.
Yeah, for me, it's actually perfect. It looks like a guy, but it has a pussy. It's like, sorry,
this is
Dad.
the dream.
Some people may prefer that because they want, but either way, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
care.
we watched the whole neuroscience documentary where we saw if even us, we don't even realize we do this. It's subconscious at times. Men, heterosexual straight men will click through porn where the girl is hot, it's a porn woman, and the man's penis is flaccid. They'll click through that. What you want to see sexual, your brain is sexually aroused by hard cock and big tits. So that's why a transgendered woman is excitable to straight men and why they can jerk off to, because they have the big cock and they have the big tits. And those are the things. So in other words, a hard dick excites a heterosexual man more than a wet pussy in porn.
Gay guys do not like trans women.
Right, no, transfer for men.
And also, here's the other thing that they know is that trans porn is one of the most searched
Here's the thing.
porns by
Trans
straight
porn-
people. So people are just lying.
We did this on this podcast.
It's like
before.
lies.
But and Instagram actually took down a clip. But I was making the argument that tranny porn is straighter because it's just more tits. It's the same amount of dick and pussy, but two more pairs of
Mathematically, you
tits.
can't argue with the math.
100%.
Yeah, it's
100%.
four
It's
titties.
straighter.
Yeah.
But the hard dick is about you imagining yourself as the person in the porn.
Yeah.
And you don't want to imagine yourself soft.
What the neuroscientist was saying,
Right.
it scrambles a bunch of symbols.
Neuroscience are gay, dude.
I mean,
Neuroscientists are gay, dog. They're gay, dude. Why would you be that?
I feel like
You're
it's
gay.
been a
You're
long
right.
time.
Yeah.
what are they saying in the hood about it?
Say again?
What are they saying in the hood about
They'll be like, yo,
trannies?
son,
That's I
you're a
trust that more.
neuroscience, son?
They're like,
Tell
yo,
that
get that
motherfucker-
gay shit away from me.
And
Pull
neuroscience
up,
is
get
gay
his
as
dick
fuck.
up.
Gay, that neuroscience is gay shit. But they're saying it's scrambling a bunch of.
Can we go back to Germany, dog?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, have we still not had the
No.
Germany thing?
Here's the
Let's
thing,
What's
though.
your German point that we didn't learn anything?
India, very homophobic place, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of homosexuality happening.
I'm sure.
Yeah. In the Muslim world, it's the same thing. Like it's very you talk to anyone who's been there, it's like it's a very taboo thing. Whatever's taboo is going to make
Yeah,
people
you
want
realize
to do
something
it more.
to make it-
You got to admit, at least when it comes to that, when it comes to the homophobia and stuff like that, that's a white people problem in the sense of we're the only ones that get in trouble for it. Because rap songs or people in India, I mean, they fucking go wild
100%.
and they call everyone homos and this and that. And everyone's like, we love you. Eminem, you're yay.
That's because
But it's like,
liberals-
This is we live in actually one of the most progressive places on the planet.
That's
the
because
thing,
liberals
go.
are afraid of
right.
black
It
people.
goes back to
they
Portland.
won't criticize a black person ever, ever, ever.
That's what I was
unless
trying
they
to get
know
to.
everybody's behind them, including other black people.
That is true, but also white people operate in extremes.
Right.
So we're probably the most terrifying and hateful. but also by far the most progressive.
Right.
There's no other group of people cares about
Let's
animals.
just say what it is.
No
We're
other-
just the best.
We've got the best and the worst. You know what I'm saying? It's the best and the worst. It's like nobody else.
I'm kidding.
No,
That was
you're
just a
not.
joke. Wait,
You're not
Sean
at all.
Sheehan.
You're not at all.
Sean Sheehan.
You're not at all.
My daughter's half Puerto Rican. I have license to say
they don't
anything.
have that button here. They don't have it here.
I got to have
No,
Puerto
you
Rican
gotta
daughter.
sit on that. You gotta
Diversity.
sit on that.
Diversity.
But think about it. Think about there is this thing about like environmentalism and all this. I mean, Native Americans care about that shit, but that's baked in. They got to care about. Do you really think they give a fuck about environmental
No.
shit like modern Native Americans? I don't know. If they
Modern day, I
modern day, maybe back in the day because they were like living off it, whatever. But it doesn't matter.
You were connected to
Native
your food.
Americans were also like, they did fucking horrendous shit to their people too.
Especially
It's
the-
tribalism.
Well, some of them didn't. Some of them did.
I mean, they used to fucking scalp their own too and
Comanches-
go wild.
the Comanches were
fucking
wild.
wild. But it's like, oh, the
Comanches
white
were
man
wild.
gave you smallpox. Yeah, we did, guys.
I really
but you
feel
also
like-
used to cut out your rival tribe's organs and eat them
I
for dinner
really
with your
feel like
buffalo
the
skin.
only
Somebody
reason
did.
you know history is so you can say
Justify
white people
what
aren't
he
that
said.
bad.
Listen, guys.
White people are
This
bad.
is my favorite
What about
argument.
Egyptians back in the day?
That goes back to my German point. You never let me get
We're
out.
gonna get to the German
Yeah,
point.
we're gonna. You guys
We're
are
gonna-
I got a lot
we're
to
gonna
say
get-
about the
yeah,
Germans.
We got it on Patreon.
I got a
We're gonna
Puerto
get-
Rican daughter.
Once the Patreon episode comes out, we
Listen,
definitely
my
got-
daughter's Puerto Rican and I voted for Obama twice.
Yeah.
I could say whatever I want.
You know
can't.
damn well you didn't vote for
I
Obama.
actually did. I know. I'm being.
Chris, stop.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I
That's
voted
the
for
biggest lie
Obama
you've
twice.
told on any
I
podcast.
swear on my daughter.
Okay,
which
go.
I would never lie. I voted
Okay.
for Obama twice, and I
Yeah.
voted for Hillary. But make no mistake, come November, Trump is getting my vote. I will.
You
say,
voted for Hillary?
There's not a single
second.
thing in this fucking world that can change me from the fact that
voted for
Trump
Hillary?
is. I wish I could vote right now.
Yeah, but wait a second. You
I
voted
want
for.
to put in vote for my friend who's going to die. Just be like, Bubby, he said Trump.
Can we edit that out? The Hillary part. That's gonna hurt our numbers.
I did vote for Hillary.
I don't know. Hillary's just.
I did vote for her.
Wow.
I wasn't enlightened yet, but
Yeah.
now it's like now I get the liberal fucking, now
I don't
I
judge
get
you,
what's
dude.
going
I don't
on with
judge
the
you.
bullshit. Now I'm like, okay,
I'm not going to
Trump-
sit here and judge people for who they vote. I don't judge people for how they vote or their sexuality. We're too judgmental now.
You think so?
It's a free country. Everyone wants.
How do you feel about Catholics?
Huh? Catholics are pedophiles. No, Catholics are innocent victims of a system that is set up for pedophilia. There's no question that if you were a queen of the Dark Lord, what would your castle look like?
Dude, Greeks
If
were
you
literally
doing
the
evil
first
in a ca-
pedophiles.
Bro,
Yeah,
yo,
Literally had an
real talk.
apprenticeship
Canidos?
so you could
a good
fuck
point.
little
It's
kids.
so- me
it's
and
built
Giannis-
into the culture to
100%.
fuck little
That
kids.
is a great fucking point, and you got me.
It's so funny. It's so funny when Giannis and I talk, because it's like, we talk all the time, we're on the podcast and we talk all the time, and he's always like the same things. Like, the Greeks did this, the Greeks invented that, the Greeks did this. And I'm always like, yeah, but nobody cares.
Yeah, they
it's
really
like people don't care about the Greeks at all. I know you created everything, but it's like, nobody, it's all about the Irish and the Italian.
nobody
What
cares
have you
here.
done for me
In the
lately,
Catholics,
bro?
we're like,
we
yeah,
live
guy,
in a what have you done
it's
for me
great.
lately
No,
city.
No, we are the
or
Al
culture.
Bundy of countries.
Yeah,
Like,
we're like-
we just talk about the glory days all the time.
Dude,
and now
it's
we sell
touchdowns
shoes.
in one game.
You, it's parrot. What is it? It's for the French the same way.
Yeah.
And Egyptians. All three
Yeah.
of you guys are living in the past. You're
Yeah, we
museums,
are.
dude.
Yeah.
You're fucking museum cultures,
Yeah.
and it's really weird. And Italy's about to be there. It's
I'm
it's
German,
an
so-
interesting thing.
The Italy, the pilot,
Welcome to the club, dog.
The,
Welcome to the
the
club.
Italy pilot didn't get picked up, so now we're trying Team Germany.
It's funny though that he went with it because his last name is Distefano because his dad is like 6% Italian.
Yeah.
But like when you look at him and then you find out he's German, you're going like, oh yeah,
Dude, Chris, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
you gotta start doing all the bits about your father, but switch the accent.
Yeah.
So don't tell anybody. Just get up at the cellar and do it. Yeah, so my dad is going to the fucking bread store, right?
Closer to the field, and he was with my son. I said, just act retarded, act like a hurt little Jew.
So it was 9/11,
And then
I go to the school.
Yeah, and then the principal says no, and he says, guys, there has to be something we can work out.
Yeah.
There has to be something we can do.
No, he goes, you listen to the authority. If the principal says it, you do it. You don't question anything. This is how our culture works.
So then he didn't pick up a chair. That was in the Italian version. In this version, he pushed him into an oven.
Make sure you wash your hands if there's Jews near.
Well, just watch one of them.
I mean, you are a German kid from Ridgewood.
All right, let's take a break for a second. We got to pay some bills here. We fixed cereal. We fixed it. We fixed cereal. Now, when I say cereal, I'm talking about breakfast cereal. You know, that thing that we ate in the morning that had so much sugar and carbohydrates that we would go to school, and then the school would say that we had ADD when we didn't really have ADD. We just had so much sugar and carbohydrates that we were just literally methed out at school. Do you remember that? That's why we couldn't learn anything. Okay. They took all the bullshit out of cereal. Magic Spoon, it's a company you might have heard me talk about before. They've sent me the 4 cereals that they have. They're fucking delicious. They're healthy. They're keto. Okay? There's no gluten in these things. Let me get all the different things. They have the cocoa flavored, the fruity flavored, the frosted flavored, the blueberry flavored. All right? 0 sugar, 12 grams of protein, only 3 net carbs in each serving. Okay? You know me. I'm off the bread. I eat this cereal. Absolutely delicious. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free. So, men, you're not growing no titties out there. Low-carb, GMO-free. Magic Spoon is where it's at. Absolutely delicious. I love the fruity one. I love the frosted one. And I love that cocoa. That blueberry ain't bad either. If you go to Magic Spoon, MAGICSPOON.com/flagrant, they're going to send you the variety pack with free shipping. You go get that free shipping. Go get this cereal. If you got kids, make sure they're eating decent stuff. Okay? That's what's most important. Make sure you know what your kid is going in your kid's body. If you enjoy a nice bowl of cereal, put some good stuff in your body.
This sounds fantastic.
It's absolutely delicious, bro.
Yo, my girl still loves like the sugary cereals, and I started eating them. I'm like, I'm 35. I can't do this.
Bro, you can't have that much sugar, dog.
But it tastes so good.
It tastes so good.
This
So
is
they
perfect.
found a way to get around that,
This
bro.
is perfect.
MagicSpoon.com/flagrant. Go get it. Now let's get back to the show.
I didn't know Ridgewood
the
was a German
flips.
neighborhood till I met you.
This is remember when The Rock was like a bad guy and then
Right.
he became like the hero?
Yeah.
He just
That's what
turns.
you're doing, man.
Yeah.
You even got the hair, dude. This is
Dude,
amazing, man.
I like to just
The
get out in
people's
front of
hairdo.
shit. Yeah. Like I tweeted the other day that I fucking bombed on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
and
yes.
I did, baby. and I just, people are like, why would you do that? It's like, because what am I going to do? Fucking fake? Like that didn't
So break
happen?
down this story. So
Okay.
for everybody who's listening, because again, what I've noticed a lot of times we do on podcasts, is especially comedians, is we act like everybody listening is in our tiny little bubble of a fucking world. Most people don't even know Jimmy Kimmel has stand-up on it.
Good call.
Okay, so breakdown. You go out to L.A., right?
I go to Los Angeles.
Do all the podcasts. You're killing it.
Do all the podcasts. I mean, I'm on a
You're
run.
on a high.
I'm having good. I mean, yeah, like I'm swinging. It's just
Lefty honest here.
Yeah.
Just left him.
Left him behind.
Why'd you leave him
I
behind?
I got in the Uber. I was like, just take me to Rogan's studio now. Just get me there.
And you just got stopped by Israeli security on the way.
yeah.
Did you? It's American security. No.
No, oh, Tim Dillon said they were Israeli guys.
No. All
Okay.
Navy SEALs.
Okay.
That's dope.
Tim said they were guys, Israeli guys.
We probably didn't, he just had food in his mouth. We didn't understand him.
Masada's out there.
Let me know the Pokeball over here. He's like the fucking fat cookie monster.
You mean the Cookie Monster?
The skinny cookie.
Give me two of the all body. We're gonna fucking work here today. Yeah, we're gonna make them work.
Okay, so
Not good.
you're out there.
Not good.
You go to Jimmy Kimmel to do the stand-up. Now most stand-up, most late night shows, you do stand-up in front of the audience that the late night show is being recorded at.
Yes.
Not Kimmel.
Not Kimmel. And you're at the end usually of the show, like any type of other late night to Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, whatever. You're at the end of the show. The audience is warm. There's been a whole show. And then like, hey, we're going to have some stand-up. It's been great. This is in Las Vegas at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. So,
Right.
So they will pump the stand-up into the actual show when it airs. But in the moment, you're at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. Now, it's 300 people, packed, sold-out show, of course. They're free tickets to watch a taping, TV taping. You do 5 minutes. You have to do the 5 minutes that you already got approved, okay? So you can't really deviate. The first...
Just to let everybody know, the late night 5 minutes is highly scrutinized.
Every single word.
Every single word. And there are these bookers that will quote unquote help you with your set. So people who've never done stand-up comedy before in their lives will be like, hey, maybe you should try this word.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Do they do a lot of that editing of your set?
All that. Yeah.
They
you
edited
can't
your
s-
set.
Yeah, you can't say this, you can't say that.
Right.
It's
a very unnatural environment. That's why people don't enjoy it usually.
we don't enjoy it. But usually, I've done other late night sets. It's in front of a hot audience. They are told to laugh, and they know what's happening. This show is at a comedy club, so it's already one strike against you. It's at a big cavernous comedy club, Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. It's a nice enough room, but it's cavernous and big, high ceilings. Just not good for comedy
Jimmy
settings.
Kimmel, who's never done stand-up, I assume, has his own comedy club.
Maybe he had.
I don't know if he had.
I never knew him to be a
Don't
stand-up.
know.
I don't
Good
know,
question.
actually.
from the Man Show.
Jimmy was really funny before he did the late night shtick. I got to be woke.
the Man Show.
Like he was funny.
Adam Carolla is
yeah.
a stand-up.
Yeah.
You know Adam Carolla does stand-up.
Kind of does stand up. He's not like even a real. Adam does it, but he's like more of like a radio guy. He's
Right.
like that's his like background, but he does stand up as well.
And
Yeah,
you can tell he's doing bits. Like I've heard him on radio interviews, and you can tell this guy's working on material.
Yes.
He's a
100%.
comic.
He operates
Right.
in bits, even when you talk to him person to person.
I could definitely
He's doing
see that.
bits.
It's kind of odd, yeah.
So this one, they don't have a warm-up comic.
Yeah.
Or they had a warm-up comic who did like 3 minutes, right? And a warm-up comic is usually like playing games with the audience. Hey, we're going to have a TV taping.
Just to get the audience warmed up, because at the beginning of a
But
comedy
his sister
show,
does it? Doesn't
So what happened was the little warm-up comic guy went out, 3 minutes, whatever, bombed. Then his sister, who I had no idea does stand-up.
Jimmy Kimmel's
she's great
sister.
actually. She's a sweet girl. I did a show in Tempe with her.
Yeah,
Really?
Jill
Yeah,
Kimmel.
She opened for me. I didn't realize it was Jimmy Kimmel's sister. I was like, oh, she's really nice. And then I found out later it was Jimmy Kimmel's sister.
Yeah, she goes.
ate her dick.
Yep. Just took a hot one and then brought me out to
Right up, Chrissy.
right up to the, you notice podcast, The Hyenas of History. So so as I'm going out, I kind of just know that this is going to be it was one of those, when you clap, when you go out on stage, you know, like they stopped clapping before I even got to the mic on a late night
rough.
show.
Yeah, you know
that's
it's
a
gonna be
problem.
rough.
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
rough.
gonna be rough.
Big problema.
rough. Yeah.
So I'm like, yikes. So I come out and I had a thing in my head. I was like, maybe I should just do crowd work and just then maybe I should warm them up and then do the set. But I was like, they was specific about 5 minutes. And I said, to be honest with you, the truth of the reason why I really didn't do it is I was taking a red-eye flight to get the fuck out of Vegas in 2 hours. So I was like, I kind of don't want to miss my flight.
So your travel plans are why you bombed.
But well, because I already knew that the views on Theo Vaughn's podcast and Fighter and the Kid were going to be twice, maybe 3 times as much as Jimmy Kimmel. And I knew that I had done the work while I went out there. I'm like, I did the work that benefits me. Yeah. This is like, I don't want to bomb and I don't want it to be bad, but I kind of don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care.
Also, for those of you who don't know, doing late night sets back in like the 80s
Change
could
your life.
make your career. Johnny Carson could change your life. Now it's
Now they're
almost
just an
polar
inconvenience. You're going, oh fuck.
Yeah. Here's the worst version of myself.
Right.
Yeah.
to an audience who doesn't really care about
Yeah,
stand-up.
here
I am
before,
dressed like I would never dress,
Right.
telling jokes how I would never tell them.
Yeah.
And you've
in
done a lot
5
of late
camera
night sets.
angles.
And
I've
what
done
has
late
it
nights.
realistically done for your like numbers of ticket sales?
Zero. 0.
So why did you do this?
Not a thing.
So you go up, you decide not to do a minute of crowd work to warm them up
so-
because you would miss your flight by a
Yeah.
minute.
So I go out there.
that 1 minute, bro.
First joke bombs.
Yeah. What's the first joke?
The first joke was well, first of all, I was like, I kind of like played it down. I was like, give it up for Jill. I said that like ironic. I was like, give it up for Jill. And then it was just like, shh. And then nobody clapped. And then I was like,
Oh, that's the best when you think like, now
Yeah.
I'm about to turn it up.
and then I was like, I'm on Jimmy. I was like, Jimmy Kimmel, cute, like that. 0.
Yeah.
And then I was like, do you think more people need to get punched in the face? Nobody said anything. And I was like, okay. And then I did the bit and it got okay. And then I did a bit about, the next bit was about a cousin of mine having a peanut allergy, and that really ate a dick. And then 3 minutes.
That's actually a great bit.
Thank you.
As much as I'm having fun
With you bombing.
with you taking the bombing jokes instead of me.
Yeah. 3 minutes into my late night TV set, I said, you guys fucking suck. I said that to the crowd.
Curse word? Use the curse word?
I'm sure they'll edit it out.
Right,
But I
right.
was like, you guys fucking suck.
Chris.
Yeah.
You think they got cut the curse
So
word
then that
out.
bombed. And then I continued the set. And then I just got off in the middle of kind of like half a fucking laugh at what I thought was going to be
The big closer.
Well, I actually wound up doing my closer from my hour set that I'm going to do that wasn't approved by Kimmel, just to be like, they're not going to, let me just try something. And that bombed.
Right.
So I was just like, wow. So then I get off stage and the producer is like, oh man. He was like, don't worry. He was like, how was it? I was like, that crowd fucking stinks. And he was like, don't worry, we'll pump laughs into it. I said, you better air that thing as the bomb that it is.
Love it.
I said, the last thing I ever want is you to pump laughs into that. I said, it's got to be truthful. I said, this is why this format fucking blows.
Yeah.
I was like, because yesterday I was able to tell the truth about myself for 2 hours, and it was great. And it was great in my own world. And it was in my own world. And now
Because your truth isn't the truth, so it is your truth.
yeah, it is my truth.
Yeah, you just
so
don't
it's
know.
like so it's like 5. this 5-minute bullshit that I just had to do, I said, I regret even doing it. He goes, the first comic always
Who
says
makes
that.
up more stories, you or Theo?
It's a tough one.
Dude, I need to listen to that podcast just so you guys can go back and forth. Like, one time I was catching a monkey with a
Chris is telling me a story. I just
stories.
enjoy it.
That's what it's for. I mean, it's either that or or I fucking tell you the truth and then it's just sad.
That's why we balance each other.
It's either I sell the tickets or I don't. You know,
that's why we balance each other out so well. Is because I think I come too real,
right,
and he balances out with just fun. Because it's like it doesn't matter if it's real or not. Right. Because like it's like mine. Sometimes I'm too real, and sometimes he's not real at all. So it's like it's a fun balance on our podcast.
It's a fun balance.
Yeah.
All right. So about the Germans.
By the way, I want to say real quick, if Jill hears this, I mean, you're great. It was just a situation where I was just like,
well, everybody ate a dick, but you were saying Brad Williams.
Oh yeah, he did it.
Can I say what you said?
He claims he didn't eat it.
Yeah, Chris said the funniest thing to me. He goes, I call him from the Adidas store in Portland, which fucking blows. Do not go. And I'm like, Chrissy, what's going on? Is everything okay? Like, because I was concerned. I was a little bit concerned.
Sure.
And then you're like, yeah, I did bad, and Jill had a hard time. Everybody sucked. Brad Williams called me and said that he fucking killed. And I was like, you know what, buddy? I don't want to hear that you killed right now. What I should have done is bowled you down into the audience.
Brad, I love you, babe. I was just angry.
Like a fucking armadillo. Just curled him up into
Like, I should have fucking went to the green room and got my slingshot and threw you off the back wall.
Jill, beat it. I'll take it from here.
Yeah.
Brad, swan dive.
Yeah, it was literally one of those things where I hope it goes so bad. It's one of those things. First of all, I tweeted it out, and it's the most favorited retweeted tweet I've ever had. Twitter let me know that.
Man.
So now it's like I actually have a chance of people maybe watching this set.
I told him,
and then they'll watch your other
the best
stuff.
case scenario is that you bomb on one of those things.
Yeah,
Right.
it's the only thing. If I crush, nobody's going to care. At least now they'll be like, oh, I'm going to watch it when this guy comes out.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. It takes, it's just, I
Dude,
mean,
that's the way to kill a late night set now.
Yeah.
See it?
Actually,
People will take notice.
funny.
yeah.
And then they'll be
Bomb
like, is
funny.
he actually this bad? Let me watch other clips of him.
And then you go see the clips, and the clips are all hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the beauty right now of clips. And I'm not trying to like tap into whatever the fuck, but when you have proof that you're funny out there, a late night thing doesn't matter as much.
No.
Back in the day, you had one thing on the
It
internet.
doesn't matter anyway.
that
Even if you have a
decided-
good one, who cares?
No, but back in the day, there was one thing to decide if you were good or not.
Right. The late
I'm
night
saying
show.
For the
now.
average person.
Yeah.
Now you have a million things, right? So
Yeah.
if somebody,
Yeah.
if you have this shitty set, doesn't matter. They go check out the 9/11 story. They check out these different things.
Podcast,
Like,
yeah.
oh, this guy's a funny dude. We have so much more control of like how we're perceived out there. Do you remember when our friends would have a bad late night set, dude?
It's like,
That
yikes.
shit fucking ended.
His funeral.
Yeah.
It's a funeral.
Dude, who was the guy who had like a Twitter that did Kimmel? And
Oh, Rob Delaney.
Rob Delaney.
There's this-
And you can't find that anywhere. He got scrubbed out of the
got that
internet.
scrub.
He
Why
moved
fucking
to
leave it on?
London. He's in London doing
He
stand-up.
does well in
went-
London now, though.
Yeah.
They love that,
Well,
though.
they're boring as fuck.
They love that. They love
Yeah.
when you just
How did
talk
he get
to
it
them.
expunged like that?
Say
though?
again?
How did he get it expunged from the internet?
Christopher, do you have any ideas? How he got it expunged from the internet? Chris?
Yeah. I don't
Is there a way to tap into the powers that be of the media?
I'm your father.
Do you have some sort of final solution for how you can get it?
Yeah. Yeah. He got it taken off.
What is it,
Yeah.
Chris? What is it?
He
Tell
told, he
us.
told me there was some Jew on his set. I don't know. No, he's fine. I don't know. It's just a German joke. I don't fucking know. I don't know, but mine's going to be loud and proud.
It's going to be good. I can't wait to see. Now I'm more excited to see
We should
it.
have a watch party.
Yeah.
The only problem that
I'm more excited to see it.
The only problem that I'm thinking about is maybe it didn't go that bad as I thought it did in my head, and it's going to be like, ugh. Now it just looks like a mediocre set, but I felt
Mediocre's
the bomb.
worse.
I felt the bomb.
If it's mediocre, it's not as good as a bomb. I'm hoping for a bomb.
I'm hoping it's a bomb
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You need to have, if you have people, I don't know if you have people, you need to have them make sure they don't pump in laughs, they don't do any of
I
that
told
shit.
them to make sure not to.
Because if you see a comic not getting laughs, he bombed.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hope that they leave. I hope they just bleep out "you guys fucking suck" as opposed to editing out completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny that if they try not to air it and you call them and say, "Come on, give me this," and
Give me
it's
the
a
bomb.
Let me give you the bomb.
Because the
you're
truth
fighting
is-
for a bomb. Yo, everything is on its head right now. We live in a reality that's kind of on its head.
Right.
Everything is wild right now.
Yeah.
like a bomb on late night is a success, and it really is.
Yeah.
Because it is so fabricated,
Right.
and they could make anything look good that you want to show them the truth. because that era is over. That era, it's so transparent that era was contrived now because you have something to compare it to, which is this.
How do
which
you
is
shine
comedians
through,
being
man?
themselves.
It's all about shining through.
Yeah.
What are you doing that shines through? Sometimes bombing is more authentic, and authenticity
Look
is
at
always
Burr.
going to do it.
Burr in Philadelphia. That like
Dude,
made
it was a
him.
perfect
Yeah.
thing. I mean, like even I use your 9/11 story as an example for a lot of time for comics about like creating a funnel for yourself on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you never had a funnel. You had things, but nothing really drew people in.
No.
And then once you get a funnel, all of a sudden there's one thing that pulls everybody into your life. And
Yeah.
now you have these other things that they can go digest.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always tried to create with myself on the internet. It wasn't just like clips. There's a reason why I told you not to put out the whole special.
Yeah.
It was if you create the clips, they're just other opportunities for a funnel. Chris D'Elia has a joke about these drunk girls and he tells me every year it goes viral again.
Yeah.
So new groups of girls
Sure.
find this joke and then there's another
I
funnel.
remember him doing that joke. I started in LA, 2007. I remember him doing that joke. And it's crazy.
And it's
it was
like
like one
at
of his
the Comedy
first.
Store or
and it was like
something.
one of his first bits, and I
Yep.
remember being like, "That's very funny. The act out is so strong, whatever." But hearing that goes viral all the time now, 12 years later,
It
is crazy.
continues to it. So
13.
it's like now you have the funnel, and for me maybe it was the women in food joke that I had. You remember that?
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
one,
that
and then
was
like
it.
441 or like the crowd work special. But
That was really the thing that opened what you're talking about. The funnel. yeah.
everybody wants a funnel, but what you need more than a funnel is other things
Other
for them
shit.
to go to
Joe
after
Santagato
you get
talked
them
about
in.
that.
Sure. That's why the podcast is so important, or putting out weekly
'cause
content
it
is so
gives
important.
them a place to go to check out with
Boom.
you every
And
week.
you see it instantaneously. It's like I bet right after that story hit, you started selling some tickets.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Well,
And
it was
it-
almost
he was
instant.
selling tickets before too from
Of
Girls
course,
Gotta
of course.
Eat. You sold out.
Yeah, but I wasn't selling.
But it's different.
But
Yeah.
adding theater shows and all
Yeah.
that's 9/11
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And I'll tell you, the comedies, I did that story on my Comedy Central hour special, and it kind of just came and went because I had to do it their way, the camera angles and, can't say this, we don't want to offend,
Dude,
but then I did it drunk at the Comedy Cellar on 9/11
Yes.
in the fucking with their camera, and it went viral.
And because it was
So wait a minute. You owe your career to brown people?
Yes. Thank you.
What bothers you more than owing your career
Dude, I love
to the
I
Muslims you think I am?
Dude, I told you.
Wait a second, you're not Muslim?
Dude, I've told you this fucking bro. My literally number one woman on me is chubby Indian women. I fucking love chubby
that's right,
Indian
that's right.
girls.
You have told me
I told
this.
you, I'm always with a chubby Indian girl. I love Indian people. I fucking love you guys.
Hey,
You know,
we paid you back.
absolutely. I appreciate it. The food, I love it.
point is you had
The
a
food I can't deal with. You know?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, every time an Indian restaurant opens in Bay Ridge, I'm like, what are we doing here? Nobody wants this shit. Just put up pizzeria or bagel store. I mean, what is this? Vit Roots? Get the fuck out of here,
I'm
guy.
actually scared to live in a world with no racism. What's that going to be like?
What do you mean?
We'll
'Cause it's
find
like
it.
everything's
You
not
guys
like-
are doing German and Italian,
I'm
and I'm not even making a joke.
Yeah.
I really don't give a fuck about German and Italian, but to you guys, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
As we become more, like, I guess, homogenized or whatever, we'll still find the German Italian thing. Indians do it. Y'all don't give a
Because
fuck.
like when you have no enemy,
Right.
it's like when you have no enemy, you don't know what to do with
But
yourself.
look at the people who have no enemy. They create an Antifa creates an enemy. You're always going to create an enemy.
Good, okay.
We'll find it. We'll do it with
As long
eye
as we can
color.
do
We'll
something.
always do
Differences, yeah.
fucking hairlines. Look what girls do to each other.
Because
How
racism's like
many
hack
different-
now. You hear it and you're just like, are we still doing that?
What, racism?
Yeah, it's kind of like fucking boring to me.
Not to
You
me.
haven't heard some good old racism with
No,
this
it's
coronavirus,
kinda
dude? That shit is popping again.
Bruh, when they started calling,
racism is
I wanna
back,
bring this,
baby.
I want to bring this to the podcast.
Yeah.
What was trending on Twitter yesterday was people were calling it the Kung Flu.
I love it.
And I want to know what's the
That's
funniest
hilarious.
what are the
Episode title,
funniest-
done.
yo, what are the funniest Corona nicknames you've heard?
Oh,
The Kung Flu is
Kung
number
Flu
one.
is fantastic.
coronavirus. Dude, look at us. See?
I heard
Racism's
two.
not going away. It's just
I heard-
everybody goes through their shit.
Someone's like, yeah, I can't go there because the Oriental lung.
those
or
are
whatever.
jokes, but I'm
I
saying
thought that-
what?
The Oriental lung.
The Oriental
Which
lung.
is great.
That's good.
Also,
That's
someone on
good.
the ticket called it Hong Kong Flui, and I
Hong
thought that
Kong
was
Flui, good.
fucking fantastic.
Good.
No, I'm talking to jokes are great. I'm talking about like actual real racism, kind of like
What do you mean?
it's like when someone like truly
Like killing people because
like truly hates when they're trying to give you their mantra.
See
and
how
shit?
we're doing a bit, and then you come in with no, but like they're killing minorities.
Yeah.
You see how that was happening?
That's
We're
right,
having a
fucking kill
good
it.
riff
Yeah.
session.
See how you just 9/11 that?
Chris, make it a clip.
I'm always like, I'm gay. I know people always like, why do you always do the gay jokes? I'm like, I'm just saving Giannis.
Second Giannis gets into some long diatribe. I'll suck someone's dick.
I'm like,
Bring it over here.
My dick is 8 inches, 9 with warts. Just yelling. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, our podcast is just a constant me saying something too serious and him just yelling I'm gay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, you
that's
got it.
But it's a good podcast, but we also talk about history.
Yeah, we talk about history as well.
I don't know, man. It's a good point. Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the
See
point?
how you did that, man?
What was
Yeah,
the point?
I mean,
Wait, what was
the
the
air of the
point?
fucking
We're
room.
having Hong Kong flu, Kung flu,
yeah.
Kelowna.
Yeah.
I took the air out of the fucking
We're
room.
gonna go through it. Everybody goes through it. It's just what it is. There's a
I got one. What about gook and cough?
Giannis.
Where's your shit?
I'm letting it go.
Save
I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go.
Good one or no?
Nothing.
Zero?
You got
Like
nothing.
whoop
There's
and
got to be
cough?
something.
Let's think of some.
Here we
Let's
go.
do it.
All right, how
Come
about
on.
this? I feel a little
Oh, you mean do I have?
chopsick.
Yeah.
I'm a little chopsick. Go. Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
what?
I can't think of any good racism right now.
Come on. There's got to be something good.
Yeah.
Slanty sickle cell.
Okay. Keep going. Keep going. What, are we just doing any different? All right, let's go. We got this.
Let's do.
We got this. Well,
Let's,
Gook and cough.
Gook
Jesus
and Cough
Christ.
was
Yeah.
fucking good.
Thank you.
It's good.
Gook and Cough
Old school,
sounds
yeah.
like a German anime character.
Yeah.
Closed eye cold.
What is it?
Closed
Closed eye
eye
cold. We can get better.
All right. I'll take that.
Well,
L.
we're
I'm
starting
trying to
with
think-
Gook and cough. It's all going to go downhill
Walk
from there.
and roll. Wuhan. No, because the walk and roll is the Asia. What do we got? Asians.
But we're getting too far away from it. Gook and Cough was good. It's got to be punny,
Right.
right?
Chinese. Chinese. Chun-Li.
Flu.
Fucking.
It's a brainstorm meeting
Yeah,
for
Ronnie Chang.
Is there a play on Orient Express? Is there
Orient
something
Express,
there?
Oriental cough. How about
Chopstick is pretty good.
chopstick? I like
is good.
chopstick.
I
I like
chopstick.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong flu. I like.
No, what was the one? Kung Flu.
Small light, smallpox.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's take a break for a second. There is a company that we've been talking to for a while. It was a product that I had to try before I okayed it for the podcast. I had to have my expert, my PhD, give it a try as well to make sure it was legit because it seemed almost too good to be true. But the company's called PowerDot. And essentially, I'll let the doctor here explain. Dr. Singh, what do you say about this PowerDot?
Thank you for having me on the show.
Of course,
on
of
Andrew
course,
Schultz's
of course,
Flagrant 2.
absolutely.
Now, I'm going to be honest. When you talked to me about it, I very Indianly was like, I'm skeptical. And I legit did research.
Okay.
And there's two kinds of technology. There's EMS, which is like electromuscular stimulation or something, and then TENS. And TENS is the one I looked into first and foremost because that's about recovery. And in any workout you do, recovery is the most important thing.
Right.
One of the reasons I never get any bigger is because I'm fucking sore after every workout for like 2-3 days.
Right.
This is clinically proven. I literally looked into my insurance plan. They approved TENS stimulation for pain management and recovery and
Really?
stuff like that. Yeah, if you're in pain, you can use this kind of technology, TENS, one of the two technologies, to help you not be in pain. It works for muscle recovery, chronic back pain, any of that kind of stuff. This works. Now, these are the dots. You put these on your muscles. You attach that thing, and then this is the power control. You also have an app that controls it. So you just turn this on. It's like the old electromagnetic stimulation thing that like Bruce Lee used, but the difference is they combine that with this TENS technology, and that's what separates it from.
Okay, so basically, we work out. Our muscles get torn apart.
Yeah.
In order for our muscles to build, they need to recover. What are all HGH, those performance-enhancing drugs, all those things are just speeding up recovery.
Recovery aids.
They're recovery aids. That's all they do. They just increase cell growth. Now, some people go get massages after workouts. You see a lot of athletes. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
All these athletes, you always see them on the massage chair, constant massage, and it's literally trying to massage those muscles back to health. This thing, the PowerDot,
same thing.
That's what it does. It stimulates it, but even faster because it's using electricity.
Yes.
Which for some reason is better than hands.
It's always faster than manual. Anything electric is faster than manual.
Great point, Alex. Tesla.
Exactly.
Damn right. Facts.
And a cool thing is when I got injured when I was in law enforcement.
Yeah.
when I went to physical therapy,
They
they
gave you
used
that?
that
They
on
give
me.
you these. That's what I'm
and
saying.
that
This
should
is a
help with
TENS
recovery.
technology, and I had to look into it.
Power Dot, it's called, by the way. Don't
Yeah.
look up Tens. That's a strip club that they have, I think, in Queens. Is there
Yeah.
a strip club in Queens?
I don't believe so.
Maybe not Queens, but it's in the city.
Starlets.
There's a
So
strip club
You
named
can look
Tens.
into it, research it.
Power Dot, though.
Yeah.
But keep going.
But yeah, if you look up that technology, it's legit. Studies say it's legit. The insurance companies, they're not covering anything that doesn't work. I mean, they're not just handing out money at health insurance companies.
Right.
So this is
It
legit
must be
thing.
legit. Look,
Yeah.
guys, go recover faster. We got an offer for the U.S. customers only. 30-day trial plus an additional 20% off for our listeners. Okay, go to powerdot.com/flagrant. powerdot.com/flagrant. Okay, use the code flagrant at checkout, 20% off your order. Again, that's powerdot.com/flagrant and use the code flagrant for 20% off. Let's get back to the show. Bubonic plague. I think there's something there.
Something in bubonic plague.
Yeah, I think it could be, but it goes back to the Gookin pub, but it's Gookonic plague.
You think can I get canceled for Gookin cough?
No.
Okay.
It's a pun.
I'm just chilling.
Buddy, nobody is cancering you. We stopped at Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
Dude, that's what I was telling Shane. I was like, bro, if that came out a few months later,
You're too
You'd
deep
be
at this
totally
point, man.
good.
Oh, yeah.
You're like Donnie Brasco for saying things like that. You're
Yeah,
in
but
too
you know
deep.
what though? It's weird because like I keep going on auditions.
You don't have to worry about this one.
No, but I keep getting like TV. I have a cartoon in development now with Comedy Central, and they're all like, "Yeah, no, we know the podcast. It's fine."
Why?
I'm like, really? I say wild shit.
No, I think it's
and they're
good.
like it's fine.
If you landed something, then they don't dig back. It's like some guy, like some independent guy.
but I
digs
almost
back.
feel like we're past that too, where it's like, all right, I mean,
hope
what do you want
so.
me to tell you?
Yeah, I hope so.
You know?
Yeah.
why
a
do
couple
a,
more
a
cancellations
cartoon
left.
with Comedy Central?
Because they told me that I don't have to give up anything, or like you keep doing the podcast, keep doing the internet stuff. Like it's really it's minimal work for you. We had written the script. The script was written last year, so like they bought it, gave me a full 22-minute pilot. So you know, the thing is with TV, there still is some money in TV, so I still can cash in at
It's
least
just
with Comedy
one
Central.
season money. That's
If it's
the
not
thing.
an
season money.
inconvenience, though, you just
It's
get
not.
a check.
Well, that's the thing. It's not a convenience. It's all in New York or LA. No Atlanta.
just take
or
the
anything
check.
like that. And it's they told me the most you'll have to do is if we get this series, the most you'll have to do is 2 to 3 hours twice a week from a sound booth in New York.
Oh, no.
That's
The
the-
work is going to be great. It's just like if it's a passion of yours to have this show made and you want to have multiple seasons, Comedy Central is just not the place to do it.
Well, the thing is, though, I know with the money, it is interesting because the money is like, even when we were talking when I was on Fighter and the Kid, like, it's like Brian Callen said it on his own podcast. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I mean, I like doing ABC shows. He's like, but it's not even comparable to the money I get in podcasting and the fans I get in podcasting.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll sell 1,000 tickets wherever I go. Plus, it's only Fighter and the Kid fans.
100%.
It's very, very true. It's a wild thing to think about.
Comedy Central shocks me how fucking retarded they are because like they have two shows that work on that network, right? And they're the most edgy shows, like South Park and Tosh.
Yeah.
Right? They're the two shows that are literally
decades long,
but sexist,
Tosh is
racist,
decades,
homophobic.
2008, 2009.
Like they're literally all the fucked up jokes, the most flagrant shows that would exist on that network work. Every other show sucks. The Comedy Cellar show gets a 0.03 rating.
Really?
That's 30,000 people watch it.
Crazy to think
Okay.
about.
Now,
That's crazy.
you would think that they would go edgy like the other two shows that work on the channel. They refuse to
But
go
the
edgy.
people who picked it up probably aren't there anymore. The people who greenlight, it's just a bunch of dorks hanging up.
Bro,
but they're
but it's
leaning
just
into internet stuff.
shocking.
They bought Sam Morrill's special. They're pumping that
yeah,
out.
I think
they're
everyone's
doing
just
their
a
internet
little
thing. They're
late,
catching
but
up.
they'll figure it out now.
Well, it's all on the. I mean, why would you give ads to a TV show anymore?
Right.
It's like just give it to
the
the
numbers
internet
just
now.
aren't there. I went and saw Book of Mormon, by the way.
Oh,
and let me
that's
just say this about the South Park guys.
Yeah.
No comedian should have an ego at all because the South Park guys are so much better than everyone else who does comedy.
Right.
They fly above everyone. I mean,
great.
that thing is a musical.
Doug.
And I was dying, like I was
great.
barreled over.
They're
laughing.
number one.
They do
watched-
that for 22 years. They've been
Bro,
doing South
I
Park.
watched Book of Mormon, right? After watching Book of Mormon, or while I'm watching it, I go, there's nothing I say that should get me canceled ever.
Yeah.
They have a baby rape joke
Yeah.
Yes.
that is recurring and called back to in
That gets an applause break.
that gets by old Jewish women.
Yeah.
That's the only people who watch Broadway
right.
or musicals.
Yeah, but
old
young
Jewish
people
women.
cancel. Old people don't cancel.
That's a thing. I guess you're right. Maybe if young people actually saw it, but the young people are so infatuated with South Park because it's a smart show, satirical, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, if you're not willing to cancel that, you're not willing to cancel Gook and Cough.
I forgot to mention this. The guy who is dying, who I went to go see right before this, 65-year-old dude.
Should we call him?
Is dead. We could. I don't know. He might be dead.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
He was saying, he goes, what I've noticed about people laying on my deathbed is how much of this world and specifically this country is all talk. He was like, some of our friends that we started with, like he mentioned some names, I don't want to fucking shout them out. Yeah. He's like, all they do is write on Facebook about how much they love me and about how much, this and that. And he said, and they live in New York and not one of them has come see me. He was like, you didn't write a single thing. And he said, and I bet you people would say if they, he said they could say, because he was like, out of all of us, he's like, your career, the one that has a career. He's like, they may say, oh, wow, Chris doesn't give a fuck about you. He didn't donate to your GoFundMe or whatever. And he's like, you came and physically saw me. Yeah. He said, and that's what he like got enough strength to like get this, because he could barely hear him, but he was like, this whole country, because his son was there, his son is 25 years old. He was like, oh, I hope when I go to his son, he was like, I hope you don't talk. I hope you do. And I was like, wow. Because he was like, I feel like all your generation is talking. Nobody's doing anything.
That's the that's the dark side to
I
this
hope
era.
you don't talk. I hope you
That's exactly what he said to me, and it fucking gave me the chills.
Yeah. That's the dark side to the internet because
everyone... What a surprise. Giannis is talking about the dark side of something. What a shocker.
The truth, man.
It is because those people...
the dark side of the internet. Everyone's pretending to care and they don't. They don't care. Everyone's lying. It's like nothing's real. And it's like, so when you say something real, it just seems... Yeah. It seems fucking like, what's that?
That's the beauty of it for us is say what the fuck you want. Who cares?
Well, the story...
Don't fear these people.
It's a story about my dad that is like, it's not fabricated. This is just, it's not even funny. When Hurricane Sandy happened and Staten Island got destroyed, my dad lived inland. And on the coast was all like the bungalows. It was like mostly like Hispanic families that got their fucking shit rocked. And my dad would rent a U-Haul truck or a van every day and go help them load their stuff in and out, take the kids to school. He had one family live with him for like a week. But my dad is my dad, old school guy from the Bronx. When they would load this, when they were staying at the house, like the father's name was Jose. He would call him Juan. He would tell the kids like, yo, don't steal my silverware. All like little jokes. He's like, you play baseball. How do you play baseball? Like all just things where like a woke warrior would be like, you cannot do that. Like Sean King would be like, do not. Yeah. But you're not doing shit. You're yelling a lot. But my dad was like, I'm physically taking these people in. He's like, granted, like every time they came in the house, he was like, let me see your passports and whatever. But he was like, still, he was like taking them in. You know what I mean? I mean, he's kept them in the garage. They couldn't come in the living room.
We live in this weird time where we don't value.
He built an extra room to put behind the wall.
Just put a space heater there. He said, you can sleep in there, but I'll give you a space heater.
He gave him a fucking donkey to get to school.
Yeah, interpersonal relationships mean nothing now.
No,
it's an all-time low. Like it used to be back in the day, right? It was, I know that person, right? He said something wild one time, but I know him.
Yeah. Sure.
He's a good guy. There's context. He probably didn't mean that. Now it's you say something one time that defines you as an individual, no matter what you did with the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Schindler was probably said some fucked up things.
Schindler at the beginning of the movie didn't give a fuck about any of it.
He didn't. So imagine we just judged Schindler by the beginning of the movie. There would be no movie.
Actions,
Fucking babe. Gandhi had 12-year-old girlfriends and wives.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Bud, your people.
You're on the wrong podcast.
Hitler was a vegetarian. Is he a bad guy?
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
No, it's true.
Whoa.
Gandhi, that's true.
He didn't have 12-year-old wives.
No, he had, but he did. He was cheated, right? He had some girls, right?
And Martin Luther King used to beat the shit out of his wife.
Do we know that for a fact?
Yeah, same with the Gandhi
we
thing.
can't say that. Oh, yeah, black guys get said.
No, he didn't do that. He cheated. But
he cheated.
He beat his wife.
Edit that out. Wait, shut shit. Put me in blackface.
Jesus.
What he just said is 100 times harder than anything I've said, but the kid has charm. He throws it in here.
I'll fucking wiggle out. I'll wiggle out my fun socks.
I say something, you guys are going, whoa, what Giannis, you're killing the room. He's going, Martin Luther King killed his wife with fucking his fists, and you guys, we're all just going, that's what he did.
Now you're gonna get clipped. You're just an idiot. Just say it.
Killed his wife with his fists.
Giannis, just let me say it. No, but my point is that everybody's got something bad about them. I mean, you could do such an atrocity.
No one's perfect.
Like Hitler that's such an atrocity. I don't give a fuck what he did. It's like what he did, he's out. Yeah. But normal people
this is
are
the
like,
problem.
you can find one thing bad or good about them.
Everybody forgets that they have grandparents when they're on Twitter. right? If you just ask yourself if your grandfather or grandmother has said anything worse than the person you're canceling before you cancel them, you will know the answer very simply. Sure. Yes, my grandma or grandpa has said some wild fucking shit. I still love them. They're still good people. I'm not going to cancel them. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a weird time where like you just can't know somebody. It kind of sucks.
You know what it is? You know what I think, again,
It really sucks.
being a father.
It always sucks when you get something, though. They can't cancel you if you're not trying to get something.
Well, if you're on this world.
Yeah.
But I think like being a dad, like, because you always think like, what am I going to teach my child? How do I set examples for my child? And it's like the world gets smaller when you become a parent. And I think a lot of people, they don't have kids or like they have a lot of time on their hands where they're like, look, like when how old was your mom when she had you?
35.
Oh, she was older. Okay. So my mom was young, like 21. Like she didn't have time to be like, I'm mad at everything. Cause she was like, I got this fucking child to raise. It's like when you become a parent, you're like, yo, honestly, that sucks that happened to you. But all I tell my kid when my daughter asks me stuff and when we have real conversations, I'm like, anybody, no matter what they look like, what religion they are, you treat them with kindness and respect. That's all you do. Right. So I feel like if I'm doing that and we make it small like that, it's like, yeah, I know there's atrocities happening in fucking Syria and I'm sorry I didn't tweet about it today, Nanette, but I'm fucking teaching my child that anybody who comes in contact with her should, you know, you treat them with kindness and respect. Unless they're Asian, not wearing a mask. Anybody else, you treat them with kindness and respect. Yeah. And then, so I'm like, so what am I doing wrong then? So you could say, I said that. But if I'm telling my kid to do, and I'm making her life smaller, what's the problem then? Yeah. But if I said that to somebody who wants division, would be like, well, no, that's going to solve the problem. So fuck you. Here's why you suck. Click, click, click. Blog, blog, blog. Money, money, money. So it's like, it's all bullshit. Anybody who's loud with stuff like that, that's not a comedian, I'm like, I don't trust you at all. Right. When you're going off about like this, you know, shitting on whatever race you are, being like, this is the problem. It's like, shut up. Yeah. Why do you want the attention again, guy? Why do you want me to care about you?
The dark side of the internet is the extremes flourishing. Both sides. We can't forget the other side too. It's like those Patriot Prayer people and like those people. They're just as much.
They're the same person.
They're snowflakes.
They just grew up in different neighborhoods.
I still get messages about like people don't like my politics, trying to like cut me down from the right wing because I lean left. It's like they're the same fucking person, except they carry AK-47s. The other ones carry milkshakes. It's the same fucking shit. You just like there's something wrong with you.
My father has an 8th grade education. Literally 8th grade fucking street education. When Twitter came out, whatever, 2008, 2009, when I first started comedy, that's when I think it was 2009. He was like, you see this Twitter bullshit? And I was like, yeah. He goes, this is going to be the biggest problem ever for our country. And I was like, why? He goes, because not everyone's supposed to be talking. He said, not everyone's supposed to have a voice.
Not everyone's supposed to have a voice. Well, you have to be you're not entitled to an opinion.
Yeah, that's
publicly.
what he said.
You got to earn a public opinion.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not supposed to hear from everybody. And now all these idiots are going to start talking and we're going to have problems.
And nobody's tuning into like a well-reasoned tweet or person.
No, because that shit is boring.
No,
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's weird about Germany?
Oh, yeah. About Germans.
Yeah, well, you never actually got to it.
No, I never got to that point. Yeah.
Let's finish on that.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is what's fascinating me about Germans is like Louis C.K., he apologized, but he apologized because he got caught.
Right.
Like he didn't evolve before that and be like, hey, you know, I shouldn't like if I'm in the workplace.
Can I tell you something hilarious?
Yeah. It'd be funny if we finish this episode and I never get to it. Let's do that.
No, this is really hilarious.
Yeah.
If you go to the cellar and you go to the stairs that we walk down to perform,
right,
and there's headshot pictures of all of us.
Right.
The headshot picture of Louis that's on the stairs. I know he's another one that's probably down, but on the stairs. Yeah. It's actually close to mine. Is of him in a hotel room. And he's sitting on the bed, kind of like weirdly looking at the door.
Great.
Dude, it is so fucking hysterical. Next time you go to the cellar, just take a pic. Yeah. It's so funny. Anyway, go on. German.
So, yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Guys, check out History Hyena. No, go. So you think the Germans are not remorseful?
No, it's not that they're not remorseful.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't, you know when you get caught and you just, that's why you're like, hey, let's just pretend, like it just stops. It wasn't like they evolved past it and they were like, wow, that was really wrong what we did.
Yeah.
It was kind of like everyone just kind of went quiet. Like all of Ridgewood was like, you know, they hid all their Nazi shit. They like put it away.
Yeah.
Like they weren't like, you know what? That whole thing was just erroneous thinking. We were wrong. They were going like, we got caught.
Yeah.
But like, they still want to do it.
You think?
Like Louis doesn't not want to jerk off in front of girls that he has
that's
power.
for sure. Yeah, no.
I mean, it's like he got caught.
I feel like the only reason he's back on stage is to get big enough that everybody knows and he can just do it.
Yeah, I mean, what he did is innocuous in the grand scheme.
That's the dream. The dream is now
I
you're
can own
aware
it.
of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to explain everything. He goes and
I
sits
guarantee
on the
you there's
couch
girls ready to
in
get
a
jerked
hotel.
off by, like, I will watch him jerk off
but
right
that
now.
probably takes away some of the
Do not
pleasure because they're
disturb
into it.
sign on
If
the
you figure-
outside of the hotel door.
It's interesting too. You know what it's just like what's in the realm of like what's socially acceptable sexually, because it's like jerking off. He's 6 feet away jerking off. We're like, you can't do that, but I'll let you come on my face.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand. It's like, I'll take one off the eyelids, but if you're jerking off over there, that's inappropriate. It's like, lady, I just fucking lit your corneas up.
But it was very consensual. You know,
It's all consensual, right?
I think there's a little bit.
Dude.
I don't know personally, but there's a little bit of like
I was
the
at
naughtiness
JFL.
of it. Like not the girl doesn't want it a little bit. That's kind of like a little bit
No,
of a turn-on.
don't put
God.
that on him. I don't think that's fair because I was at JFL, and I'm not gonna say which female comic, but I had a couple female comics telling me that they were there in Aspen when it happened.
That's one incident though. The other incident where he was jerking off on the phone.
Let me just say,
without her knowing.
Let me just say.
That's not cool.
No, what do you mean that's not cool? You know how many girls have been fingering themselves on the phone with me, and then they just start going, "Hey, want to know what I'm doing right now?"
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
fingering yourself.
I mean,
No,
that's
but
different.
it's the
I
same
think it's a little
shit.
different. No,
No, it's not different. Why is it different?
it's kind of like if you hook up. If you're a 16-year-old kid and you hook up with a female teacher, it's like guys are creepier than girls. Would you leave your kid with a guy babysitter or a girl babysitter?
No, I would never have a guy bababysitter. But
Nobody ever would.
Of course.
because it's different.
actually, I had one when I was a kid, and I like confronted my parents as an adult about it. I was like, "Why?
And they're like,
guy
we're
babysitter.
money
called,
were you saving?"
we're called and we're from Scotland and we left our family and I'm here for
No
money.
shit.
I don't care about raising you, Schulz. I want the fucking money.
But there was a female comic who told me she was there in the Aspen, and the other girls were telling her that weekend in Aspen at the comedy festival, they were all laughing about it. Yeah. It was not this tragedy where they were like victims. They were laughing amongst the girls together. Oh my God, do you know what happened? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I heard other things where like they were like taking pictures and it was funny and shit. Like it was a complete goof. And then it turned into this tragedy after the fact. Right. So
I think in the grand scheme, it's not a big deal.
listen,
But
I know you saw Pete Davidson special and that you feel a certain way
Yeah,
about
I'm just
him.
going on
Okay.
that side now.
Okay,
Yeah,
I know you're rocking
No,
with Pete on
I
this.
think no, I don't. I think
Pete threw Louis under
he
the
did.
bus for some views, huh?
Boy,
he did. Yeah.
Pete is the number one don't give a fuck comic maybe ever, maybe.
Louis didn't
don't
want
give
me
a
to
fuck
smoke
about
weed
none of it.
inside at SNL. Isn't that the most reasonable fucking thing? It's the office. I'm a 50-year-old man coming to work. I don't want to fucking have weed all over the place as I'm about to do all this. I'm about to have a fucking. What is it called? I'm gonna give a monologue.
Monologue, yeah.
I'm a monologue on SNL. Maybe one of the biggest moments in his fucking career. And you're coming in and there's weed all over the place. You're like, hey, can you just not have weed?
Yeah,
It's just a really reasonable fucking
it
thing.
is kind
of
of
the
funny.
story. If I don't, if that's what you
Yeah,
want
it
to
is
go
kind
on.
of funny going like,
Pete's side of
really?
the
That's where
story.
you draw the line? Like,
That's first of all.
It's kind of funny.
Oh,
but
the
like,
joke was great.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And
like,
Pete's
joke
side
is
of the
great.
story is not. It's
Yeah.
like he went out of his way to snitch on him, and nobody likes snitches.
I think the joke took a little too long, but it was
if
a good
anybody
joke.
doesn't like snitches, it's Louis C.K. If there's a guy on earth who doesn't like snitching, it's gotta be Louis.
All I'm saying is if you're a 50-year-old man or however the fuck old Louis is, I can understand if you don't want kids smoking weed when you come to fucking work.
Right.
Yeah.
It completely makes sense.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
who do you tell about that? I don't know. Do you tell Lauren? Do you tell...
He told Lauren.
I'm the type of guy where I go directly to the
Go to
person.
the guy.
That's what I do. But not everybody's going to do that. Most comics are fucking pussies. Let's be honest. Yeah. How often have you seen comics
To your
confront each
point,
other?
Louis doesn't even
Very,
like
very
direct
little.
sex with a person. He would rather do that indirectly. So maybe that's what it was, but that's still some snitch shit. I'm with Pete on that for sure.
We don't even know if it's a true story because even if Louis came out and was like, it's not true, everyone would be like, shut the fuck up, you fucking pervert.
Yeah, and I like
Nothing's true, is it?
Nothing's fucking true. Would you take your dick out when, it's like nobody
Well, but
cares.
it's interesting how the world has changed because he wasn't saying this to me, but I heard him say this, and I'm
Right.
sure he's fine if I say this because it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
I heard him say when this whole shit went down, he would be sitting on the train and people would fucking say awful things to him, like accusing him, you're a rapist, accusing him of shit that's like, whoa, that's fucking not even remotely true.
Yeah.
That I didn't even be accused of that, but people are so crazy. He said, nothing's changed now. All I've done was gone away and the world has continued. He said, and now people come up to me, 95%, people come up on the train or in public and say, I'm sorry that happened to you, or welcome back, happy to see you again. He said, it may be the same people. So it's just like this mob mentality one way or another.
Oh yeah, the mob is idiotic.
You know,
Can't trust a
Dude,
mob.
we were at the Patrice O'Neal benefit. He did a pop-in. He got a standing ovation when
Yeah.
he walked on.
I believe you.
No,
When he
what,
walked
should.
on.
what he did in the grand scheme is it's not even a crime. It's not.
Well,
it's not that
well,
bad.
It's not a crime. But let me ask you this. Let me even pose this. This is just a question.
Yeah.
We have a justice system in this country, right?
Yeah.
That we believe in. We pay tax in. I know it's unfair to certain groups. I don't know who those groups are. No, I'm kidding. I know it's unfair. I know what it's unfair, and I understand all that. Let's take a guy like Bill Cosby, right? What he did was heinous. He was in our system. He was put through the service of the law and all that. He does his full 10 years, whatever it is, 10 years full. I believe he should be allowed to come back and start doing stand-up because what prison is you pay your debt to society.
I agree with that.
You've done that. Now you are welcomed back in, even though if we thought it was so heinous we never want to see you again, we put you in jail for life. We put you in jail for 10 years. The victim, it sucks what happened. It's horrible. You paid your debt. Now you come back. You are allowed to come back.
That's how I felt about Michael Vick
and
when
step
he
in.
did
And
his time.
I feel
people
like
didn't want him in the league. No, he did his time. That's the whole point of the fucking prison sentence.
Yeah.
Is now I can return.
Right.
If you felt like, and especially if you felt like I can be paroled or I can be let out, whatever, then you've decided I'm rehabilitated.
If I'm going to be blackballed forever, then what's the point of even letting me out of prison then?
Well,
you know.
yeah, so
that's
what
and
you
I
have
feel
to
it's
do
unpopular
is-
what I just said.
No, it's not because you guys tell people.
No, amongst the woke people.
No, I know, but you basically,
They
you
don't
got to
listen to
tell
this.
them is you got to be like, your issue is not necessarily with Cosby or Michael Vick here. Your
the
issue is
justice
with the justice system. So you need to lobby the justice system to make the punishment for killing dogs or fighting dogs more, the punishment for rape
Yes.
more. I don't think there's any of us in here that wouldn't agree that you could punish rape by the highest
Yep.
thing in the law. You could kill him. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Sure.
really. But if the punishment for the crime is 10 years or whatever it is, and they do that, you have to let them back. You don't have to go to their show.
No, absolutely not.
You don't have to go to the show.
I'm not
but
saying
he
the
paid
victims
price.
need to go. You don't
Yeah.
have to do anything, but they shouldn't be blackballed anymore. And that's my
Yeah.
point with Louis. And that's what we get into this weird thing where he was a trial by Twitter because he didn't actually commit a crime.
Oh, they
right?
didn't press charges. If it's
They
a
didn't
crime, press charges.
So why was he why was he outlawed ever? Why was he outlawed ever? It's a mob mentality. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
He didn't do anything that our governing system says that he should be taken out of society.
I believe
for.
this about Louis and Aziz. And Aziz did it more, I think, because Aziz was like woke bae. That's what they called him. He's the
Yeah.
woke guy. Louis, there was a piousness about Louis that was like, oh, I'm a great father. I'm this great guy. Always on the right side of everything morally. And I think when you see that guy fucking up, you're like, oh, fuck you extra. And that's why those guys fell the hardest.
Sure.
If you found out, I said, if Schulz got accused of the same thing as Aziz, everybody would be like, yeah, of course. What
It's
do you think
Andrew.
was going to
That's all
happen
he
when he went
did?
to Andrew's house?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
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 He would just go, long live the fragrancy.
Yeah.
If you say some racist shit, everybody's gonna be like, "Of course, Chris said some racist
Dude,
shit." We heard
sometimes
this is whole brand.
Bro, I say wild shit. And
What do you mean if? You mean
Yeah,
this
well,
the
podcast?
people of that
true.
Dude, you know how many times like people I'll say something fucking nuts. Like some Asian person will say, hey, Gook and Cough was funny to me.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever gotten the only time in my whole career that I've ever gotten somebody angry at me has been a white woman. Or
course.
two white women have gotten angry about things that I've said. When I did that show, The Ultimate Beastmaster, was only white women or white men.
There goes Fung Wung into the duck sauce. or
Bin
whatever.
Fong into the duck sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the Asians are like, this is 10 out of 10. You know? So it's always white women trying to fucking white knight it. And it's like, you're the most racist, as we said in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I know, I'm aware of that. So now I'm just very much like, shut up. But that's why I think having a child is like, I'm not trying to sit there and think about ways to tweet at somebody I hate, because I'm like, I have to fucking watch Wreck-It Ralph for the third time and make sure my daughter doesn't
movie,
stick her
though.
hand in the NutriBullet.
Great
movie.
Oh God.
Sarah Silverman, good voice.
You know what else we didn't finish is what would you guys do? Buck Angel. We conveniently didn't answer that question.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
fuck
we'll
Buck
save
Angel.
that for the next one.
Yeah.
I think we'll save that for the next one.
Good
That and the
save.
Germans. We'll get back there.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on. Make sure you check out Giannis's special. It's on YouTube right now. He finally fixed the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And it looks way better. It's
That
a
should do
hilarious
it. You
thing.
think that's going to do it?
Well, I think it
Thumbnail?
helps because now people at least know what they're clicking on.
True.
It's all about the
thumbnail.
advertisement, right?
Yeah, let's
if you're
see.
advertising a movie, but it doesn't look like a movie, then people aren't going to go see it.
All right. I gave it a try.
That's the thing I realized about you. You will fucking do the work.
Yeah.
You will do any amount of work.
I mean,
but
you know-
you will not put any time whatsoever into what works and what doesn't. Like your whole
Work hard, not smart.
Your whole thing is like, I will throw shit against the wall, and if it sticks, I'll fucking run with it.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I think is valuable is going, all right, what's sticky,
Yeah.
and then throw that.
Yeah.
against the wall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's hard to know. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know what's sticky until you fuck up, and then you fuck up, and you're like, oh, that doesn't work. Let me try this.
Yeah, but you can sit down, you can think about things, you can create theorems. You know, your people are good at that.
Yeah.
And you can figure out how to use those to make it work every single time. Be like Pythagoras, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you. Make sure you check out History of Hyenas, guys. Go give it a listen. Great podcast. Chrissy D, go check Chrissy on Kimmel. And
Bomb City.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Love you guys, man.
Love you, bad
Take care.
Peace.
What up, people? I know that we didn't get to any hot topics today, flagrant thoughts, etc., but we had the Hyenas boys on, and you know the flagrancy is palpable. Palpable?
Palpable.
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 Palpable. Well, it's whatever it is. Patreon. We're going to come through with it. Very excited. Got a lot of things that we need to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about that Izzy fight.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
sure do.
We got to talk. Matter of fact, we should give Izzy a call. We got to give Izzy a call. Let's see if he's around, if he's available, if he's still in the States. But yeah, we got to talk about that fight. We got a lot of other interesting things to talk about. So we will see you guys Friday for Patreon. We love y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Make sure you keep it tight. Peace.